Hello, chat. How are we doing? I'm here. I would say I'm here. Stream. Hello. Let me pop us on to here. Hello, chat. There's so many emotes. Where is here? The void. That's where I reside. I reside in the void, obviously. There's no better place for one such as myself. Hello, hi. Chat. I was trying to get the GoPro working for Omega Cam, and it's for some reason not working. It was working just the other day. I'm not sure what we did the other day to get it working, but it's not turning on today. The GoPro has decided that it doesn't want to work. It's like, hey, no, I know you plugged me in and everything, but I actually don't want to work. So, that's great. That's awesome for us. Sam! Oh, I see. Oh, dude, D&D's great. My sister, Akia, she does a lot of D&D stuff with her husband. Her and her husband do heaps of D&D. They've got a little friend group that they all do it. Yeah, it's not working. I don't know why. It's really strange. Maybe it's because of where I've plugged it into the laptop, but it's plugged right into the laptop. So it's really strange it's not working. I don't know what to tell you, chat. I'm sorry, chat. I tried my best. Your boy is back from the Kirby Gang Awards? Dang. Anyways, hold on. I need to say hi to everyone. Hi, I will say early gang, but they're actually on time gang. I was late by a minute. I'm sorry. I know it's a heinous thing. I'm sorry. But Tab and Milky, hello, you guys are here early. Well, on time. I was not. But hi, Yellow, and Rainy, and Pidgey, and Kirby, and Savory, and Eve, and Yellow, and I think I already said Yellow, oops, and Ultimate, and Blue, and Ian, Sam, and everyone, and yeah, everyone, and Wayne, and Astus! Sorry. That was like a jump scare. It's like, what? You've come out of the fourth dimension. It's been a millennia. Hello, friend. Hello, friend. Sorry, I got really loud there for a second. Omega's just camera shy, apparently. Maybe I'll see if I can fix the camera a little bit more in the stream. I know, I'm so amazing. Yeah, no, that's crazy. Hi, Aces, how are you doing? Oh my gosh, this is what a pleasant surprise for this Christmas stream. And yes, my PNG tuber is different. It's been a long time. We have a new PNG tuber. We have a new stream set up. Look at all of our beautiful pages. They're all different and beautiful. Because I was tired of the old setup. Corns, hi Corns. It's a Christmas miracle. It is. Well, chat, I won't keep us up. I'm the Christmas present from me. Yes, and you are the greatest Christmas present I could ever ask for. Okay. Now, chat, I won't keep us up too much. Now, I'll sadly have to turn off the GoPro because it's not working. I'm gonna cry. I'll be honest, chat, I wanted to have more time to put it together, but a lot of unexpected things happened. Some of which involved me staying up too late, not getting enough sleep, and waking up half an hour before stream. So I didn't quite have enough time to put together the GoPro, get it working to the extent I would like. But it's alright. Rip. Yeah, it happens. It happens. It's alright. Maybe I'll try and get it working, in a little bit, but we'll see. There was an event in your server and you were nominated 2 awards? That's awesome. Sadly, I have to leave because I'm in a call with my friends, but still have fun. Honestly, just you popping by is awesome, Corns. That's all we need. I just defeated Seth in Silksong. Yo, Astus! I freaking love... Oh, well... That's a good fight. I'll be so real, guys. And I have the video of me beating him because I recorded it when I beat him. I gotta be so real. I was not fighting him. I was throwing down toxic spikes on the ground. It's crazy when you watch the video of me defeating him, how he was just standing in the spikes and died. It's so funny. I just kind of cheesed that fight. You coward! Yeah, no, I'm a coward. My favorite whip. You should have seen me like fight freaking some of the other bosses. Like, I just throw down the poisonous tacks, and I have the poisonous bugles. I've got the bugles, and I just spam them. Oh my gosh, I destroy everything. I keep dying to Widow. Oh, that fight's hard, to be fair. For the point that it is at the game, like, it's really hard. Traps of a cowards, Koku? How dare you betray me like this? I'm sorry. At least I'm not an architect build, okay? I'm not an architect build, okay? Okay? I haven't gone that far yet. I've not gone that far. I'm still kind of normal. Let me pop up Clip Studio. Blah, blah. Let me pop up Clip Studio and get you guys open on my phone. And then we can kind of start putting together this drawing. Where's Twitch? There's Twitch. Here, and go to Stream Manager, and go to Chat. There we are. Chat, one of these days I'm gonna use my tablet normally, and I'm gonna, like, be able to do multiple screens, but just for now, it's tough. Base Hornet Crest is peak. What about the Wanderer Crest users land? Those people just wanted Hollow Knight 2, okay? I'm sorry. Someone has to say it. The people who use Wanderer's Crest just wanted Hollow Knight 2. They weren't willing to change their formula. They were unwilling to change. They got it and they thought, you know what, I quite like this. Oh, this is just Hollow Knight. And then they kept it. And you want to know why it sucks to keep? Because here's my personal opinion. Here's my personal opinion on why I actually don't like Wanderers. And it's because, chat, genuinely, you don't need 3 yellow slots. Okay? You don't need those 3 yellow slots. It gives you 3 yellow slots, and then you get an extra slot for a yellow on the side. Okay? You don't need that many for yellow. Yellow's so garbage. It's so useless. Why do we need 4 slots for yellow tools? Just grab the dice and run. Just grab the dice and go. That's all you need. Sorry. Grab the dice and go. That's all you need. Hi, Everton. But yeah, that's just my personal opinion. Dice is so goated, yeah. Damn, I didn't know it was garbage. Okay. Well, maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit. Like, it's still definitely still good, and the crits are nice with it as well, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you sad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I still use compass because I refuse to learn my location. Ace this, you see, I'm the complete opposite, and on my first time playing the game, I refused to buy compass. Cause I know how, like, Hollow Knight maps work. I know how the layout works. I've played Hollow Knight. I actually didn't buy compass at all. And I just learned where I was. Yellow is garbage, said by Koku. Okay, no, that's not what I meant. I didn't mean that yellow is garbage. I meant the yellow slots in Silksong are garbage. No, I didn't mean yellow. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Koku just called them lemon tools. The lemon tools. Do you have Silk Speed? Ace this. I'm such a believer in Silk. Yeah, no, it is goated. Ace this, genuinely. I'm such a believer in Silk Speed. I just have to. I feel so slow without it. I feel so slow without it. I would not win half my battles without it. I love having the speed and then doing like the dash attack into enemies. Oh my gosh, my favorite. Koku is a meanie confirmed. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, well, here we are. Like, Hornet is so slow without it. Yeah, it's one of those things where once you put it on and you get a taste of the speed, you never want to go back. Suddenly, losing a little bit of Silk every now and again, you know, it's just worth it. It's worth it to be fast. Okay, I'll be honest, chat, I've got to figure out a way to do this. It's like fast forward mode, basically. But yeah, it's good. I don't know what crest you actually use, Ace this, but I was like a a born and raised Reaper crest user. Maybe it's just because it was the first crest I got, but once I like started to use it, I couldn't not use it. My nephew would get so mad at me. He was like, "You have one-tricked this whole game. You are not switching that crest ever now. You're not allowed to switch it. You've one-tricked the whole game." And I was like, "Yep, okay." I just kept Reaper the whole time. Wait, what are we drawing? Great question. We are drawing the infamous and very well established, well, it's not even a tradition because I didn't even draw it last year, but I think I just needed a break because I didn't know how I was going to change it. But we are drawing the infamous Arthur as a Christmas tree. This is what we're doing. We're recreating this. But we're gonna, you know, we're going to make it again. I need to reread the comics since I've missed so much. Yeah. Yeah, you probably do, huh? I've got a great idea for this one, though. I have an awesome idea. Because with the introduction of Sura, we can do a lot of funny things. He's perfect for a tree. He is the tree, yeah. He's very perfect. Also, how much has that fanfic you wrote about Galactic and Kirby being... Aestus, I don't know how to tell you this, other than WAF is finished. It's done. It's it finished. It's it's over. It finished at how many? At 280,000 words maybe. I think, yeah. I need to reread that. Yep, it's done. I don't know where you were the last time you read it, but yeah, it's finished. It's freaking done. War Crime Kirby. We love War Crime Kirby. Yeah, that one's great. Where is my... Chat, I've misplaced my lasso tool. Where's my... Chat, my lasso tool is gone. Oh wait, there it is. Why is it there? Why is the lasso tool there? Get into... How can I put it in there? What? It's in its own thing. Would Kirby and Arthur get engaged? Yeah. I was about 50 chapters or something. Okay, well then, it finishes at like chapter 70. So there's like 20 chapters to read. Yeah, 20. About 20. When the technology just wants to get difficult. Yeah, like what the heck? Like, what is happening here? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Can I like change where it is? Subtool settings? No. Weird. Well, I guess it's just gonna live there now. It's just gonna live right there on its own. I actually need to read Waffles. I never actually did. Honestly, it's one of those things that you guys can read if you want, but do not feel stressed to, because it is a pretty crazy story, you know? Like, you don't have to go subjecting yourselves to that just for, you know, the sake of it. Nepotism saves the day once again. Yeah, we love when nepotism saves the day. That's great. Oh, heck. So I kind of still need Arthur vaguely in the middle, but we've gotta have Sura and Arthur be like the main stars of this, because I want it to be a bit different than usually, you know? I'm quite curious to read Wolf, but I'm too lazy to. Yeah, no, Toby, honestly, it's like, it's a journey. It's a journey. It's like reading the Harry Potter series. It's genuinely like reading the Harry Potter series. Like, you've got to be freaking like committed or something. Like, it's crazy. A lot happens. It's ooh. And there's still so many freaking like spelling mistakes in it. Like, I'm so sorry, guys. Anytime I wrote a chapter, I just did not like double check the spelling. There's just so many errors in it. Also, as a return to form, I need some random object to threaten. I need a skin a router or something. Oh my gosh, skinning the router. I'm getting flashbacks of when you were here and that was so common. Arthur and his eye candy. Yeah, no, you're not wrong. I do have a funny idea for this though. Do not even worry, I've got a great idea for this. This is gonna be great. So here's the idea, chat. Arthur gets dressed up as like becoming the Christmas tree, but Sarah is like waving mistletoe over him and like teasing him with it, and he's just like not having it. Like he's just annoyed. Like Arthur's just gonna be upset at the whole situation, but it's gonna be really funny. Publish WAF, put it in school libraries. Remind me of the time I threatened to skin Grohl alive and turn him into a hit bag. Oh, Grohl. Sweet, sweet Grohl. Yeah, I honestly, what's really funny is that when I first got, like, you know, when I realized the pain that was Grohl, I wanted to cry. I don't think it took me too long to beat him, but it definitely took a good couple tries. Like a good like dozen at least. Imagine if Summer grammar corrected WAF. No, actually, to be honest, Amatune, I got so... I'm not upset because I understand, but I had like a random person come up to me and be like, so I read that story, blah, blah, because I think I shared it on the DeviantArt eventually at some point. I was like, if you ever want to read a random writing of mine, it's here. Some random person had read it and they were like, wow, I really loved it. I've read it twice. Can I fix it? And I was like, bro, what? What do you mean? And so I just was like, no. No, you can't. You can't, smiley face. Also, where do I find the WAF doc? Is it still in KK Lore? Yes, it is still in KK Lore. There's actually 2 documents though. So because Aestus, we found out that Google Docs has a word limit. It's got a cap. It's got a word cap. We found the word cap. It's at like 2,700,000 words. That's the word cap. Because I got that far into the story and the Google Docs was like, you cannot, there's no more words. You can't add any more words to this doc. I was like, what? And the last like 3 chapters had to be on another document. So at the bottom of the first doc, it links you to the next doc. Oh, that's weak sauce, yeah. And why does Arthur let them turn him into a Christmas tree? You know what? Good question. I don't know why he puts up with them. I really don't know why he does. It's like, bro, you don't stand up for yourself. You don't have to be a Christmas tree, but he's always a Christmas tree. I mean, I feel like they partly force him into it. They're like, come on, sir. It'll be just this one time. And that's what they say every year. They say just this one time every year. Little does Arthur know they mean every year. Frick, how does... like that. There we go. He is a girl dad that lets his children play dress up with him? Yeah, no, that's true. That is exactly it. I need him to just look like so done with it. He's so done with it. Just read one of the chapter titles. Wedlock interrogations, excuse me. I love that chapter so much. That chapter, the only way I can explain that chapter to you, Aestus, like, I'm not gonna say anything about what it actually is, but like, you know, like an awkward family dinner. That's what that chapter is. It's like the most awkward family dinner. That's what, if you gotta imagine, like, you bring someone over and you're all at the like, it's so awkward. Oh my gosh, it's the most awkward conversations ever. Also, I like the last chapter I remember reading is psychotic. The last chapter I'm reading is oh yeah, like being psychotic is hereditary. Oh, so you just finished like the end of like Galacta's flashback. I think that was the end of Galacta's flashback. Good flashback, by the way. I feel like Arthur secretly loves it. Yo, you know what? You could be right about that. You definitely could be right about that. Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, that's a good point. Honestly, the chapters get really good after that point. I will say though, there is one thing that I do regret with WoF, and it's that there is one. I feel like it's missing one chapter. I feel like there's one chapter I do need to go back and add to it because I feel like I didn't give them enough time. Now I won't say who it is because like it's two characters that I wanted to give a chapter to. I won't say who, purely because like I don't want to spoil like a specific character coming back or something like that. But I do wish I'd put one more chapter in of these two characters, and I might one day go back and do it, but it would just be really annoying to have the last chapter be chapter 71. It's just really painful for the last chapter to be chapter 71 instead of chapter 70. Save the game and the old art file? Yep, I got you. We'll call it Arthur Tree. And as you can see, you probably can't see, but I've put the capitals around the wrong way. Save it twice? Okay. I'm saving it twice. Yep, I'm doing it again. Here we go. Hydrate, thank you. I do have a glass of water here. Oh. Which I will need with all the talking I'm gonna be doing. Okay. Twice is crazy. Yeah, just an extra for good luck. You know how like when you save a game, you're playing your game and you save it, and then you save it again for like literally no reason? That's what Tab was doing for me. He was just looking out for me, you know? Hydrate again? Oh wait, no. That's KK random character fact. Oh boy. Time to get into the talking. Okay. Well, Amatoon, you get to pick a character you'd like me to chat about. You get to choose your character, KK character or otherwise. I mean, I know it does say KK character, but you know, you can weasel the rules around it if it's for like WoF or any of the other AUs. Delta. Oh, random character fact about Delta. It's always hard to do these for characters that like have a lot to them already. Let's see. A random character fact about Delta. Should I read it from the top or start where I left off? I don't think you should reread the 50 chapters. Unless I would recommend like maybe just rereading like maybe Galacta's flashback. Well, it's not even Galacta's flashback, it's Arian's flashback, but Arian's flashback is sort of important, so if you want to refresh your mind on that, then go for it. You could maybe what's the word? You could probably reintroduce yourself to like the, what are they called, the council members or something? I have time, I don't intend to sleep. Oh no. I guess you could speed read the first like 40 chapters. And then like you could just skim read them and then kind of actually start paying attention after chapter 40. Because that's once the trial starts and that's when things actually become a little more important, I guess. I don't quite like this expression for him. Here we go. Okay, so I'm still thinking of the character facts, so just give me a second. I don't know if that old thing will work with Google Docs. Oh, yeah. I can read well over 50 chapters in a few days. Well, I think it's up to you. Just take your time. Take your time. You can rediscover the journey if you want, because it'll be so much more satisfying now knowing that you're gonna get an ending. Because I think that's what's cool about it. It's hard to, like, read a WoW as it's going, because it's like, man, I just want to keep reading it. It's not done. I want to know what happens. Now that the whole thing is finished, you can sit and really, like, think to yourself, oh, I can start reading this and I can get, like, all the way to the conclusion and I can finish it, you know? So, take your time. Do what you want. Enjoy the experience and pain that is WoW. Anyway, the character fact about Delta. Well, we've already talked previously about how he likes computer parts. So I've got a funny one. This is kind of, and maybe I shouldn't, like, I probably shouldn't say this because this is from a Q&A from the Patreon, so I'm kind of leaking some Patreon content here. But I just think it's a really funny fact. I do think it's really funny because he got asked a question that was like, what do you think of this specific computer part? Like this specific branded computer part. And Delta considers different computer parts of like different brands to be kind of like clothing. And he imagines like the high-end computer parts are kind of like wearing, you know, your Gucci or very like expensive clothing brands, and then if you've got like the nondescript computer parts, it's like the random shirt you got at Spotlight or any other random store like Walmart. So I find that quite funny. Which makes me wonder what kind of computer parts Nabla has, because he loves Nabla, and I'm curious if she's got like expensive computer parts now, or if she's like kind of just normal. What a nice Apple Tech, so comfortable, Delta. The Apple Tech must be like the Apple Tech is like real fancy. Oh goodness. So yeah, I find that really funny. What's great about this year, chat, is that because I redesigned Arthur this last year, he doesn't have to be bald in this drawing because I added the little thing that he wears on his head all the time. It's just his little headpiece. It just kind of sits on his head, but he wears it all the time. So now he doesn't have to be bald. Isn't that great? She must have real high quality RAM or something. At this point, just give him actual hair, dude. No, because I just like to give my Kabi characters like fluff. Like what Sura has, I like to give them fluff. But I don't like to give them hair that like becomes a completely different color and like sits on their head kind of like they have a wig. I don't know why I'm like this. I just don't like it. I'm sorry. I'm strange. I'm strange. I like the floof, and I only want to go as far as floof when it comes to giving them hair like that. Kirby with a wig. so silly. Well, it's because here's why. It's because it reminds me of Smash Bros. It reminds me of Smash Bros. Because half of Kirby's copy abilities in that game are just him with a wig, and it feels really lazy. So I try to make characters in a way that just isn't just popping here on their head, you know? That's my reason. You are not alone there? Yeah. It's just a preference as well, I think. So how am I gonna... Okay, so he needs to be entangled. Make it the Karen haircut? Oh no. I'll be so real, chat. I don't remember what side Sura, because Sura only wears one, like, armor plate, pauldron, whatever they're called. I don't remember what side he puts it on. Here. Boop. Okay, he wears it on that side. Good to know. accident. There we go. That's pretty good. So, completely unrelated question: do biblically accurate angels exist? Are they like the very distant ancestors to the current angels? Okay, Astus, I have a question. Do you know who Finn is? I'm just curious. I genuinely don't know the last time you interacted with KK. I've gotta know, do you know who the character Finn is in KK? I'm just very curious. Yes, okay, so you do know Finn. Well, because the thing is that, like, Finn is a biblically correct angel. He's a seraph, and seraphs have like 3 wings. He's talked about before in a Q&A having a form where he can like make all of his 6 wings like a pair. It's like, you know, it's like super powered up form. But like he is the example of like an original angel. Because the ancestors of the distant ancestors, like the quote-unquote distant ancestors of the KK world is Finn's universe. And Finn is the only thing left from that universe, so he is essentially the only true biblically like accurate angel that's left. Finn is as in the guy who hangs out with Radiant's butterfly guy? Yes, that guy. That is the guy. Because I don't know if you know too much of his lore, but his universe existed before the KK universe's one, and then, like, he used to be a human. He used to just be an angel, like an actual angel. Like a biblically correct angel. And then his universe was destroyed by him, and then the KK universe was created. Is that a mistletoe I see in the background? Yeah, Sura's holding it up for him. He's, like, trying to, you know, he's being all flirty. Classic Sura, being all flirty. But yeah, Finn is like literally an angel, so I guess he is the ancestor to like, if I would call a normal angel, like, I mean, Aeon is like his kid, so wasn't he based off of Norse mythology? Yeah, Finn's whole world, because he's Fenrir, you know, that's his whole name, we just call him Finn. But yeah, Finn's whole world is based off of Norse mythology, but you know, I've changed a lot of things, like instead of it being directly Norse mythology, it's a very angels and demons type world, and there are other mythical creatures. I've just taken all the names from Norse mythology, and I've taken some of the story plots from Norse mythology, but I've tried to change up how the characters actually were. Gay Kavi? Yeah, sure. Close enough. Sir, I'll have you know, Sura is not outright gay. He's very much bi if he's anything. Because that guy likes to hang out with the women, you know? He's a bit of a, as Arthur describes him, a playboy. So, you know how it is. But yeah, I mean, yeah, Finn is the, epitome of an angel. But there is the other angel species in KK, which is, like Aiko and Adalia. They're the angel species where the wing isn't, like, connected to the body. That's how you can tell them apart from, like, that's how you can tell them apart from Finn. Finn and Aeon, who are, like, actual angels. Is that Arthur? Yes. He's very upset right now. He's gonna be like this. He's gonna be decorated like a Christmas tree. But I just need more time to finish it. Save it again? Okay, I'm saving it again. Finally I get to see Koku stream. Wow! Welcome, welcome! Welcome to stream, where we make funny art and things. Oh, I just realized let me start putting like these wires on so we kind of know how entangled he really is. Just like all of here. And maybe like up here. It's hard. Maybe like this, actually. Here we go, and we can have one that goes kind of like there. He's gonna have 2 up here, I think. And I want some in his here. For sure. Will look great. So I think that's looking good. And then imagine like we'll have a light here, maybe one here. Yeah, this is gonna be really funny actually. I'm actually quite excited. I really like the mix you've done with Norse mythology in that. Yeah, I don't know why I initially chose Norse mythology. Like, it's really strange. I'll be honest, I'm trying to remember how I even came up with Finn to begin with, and I've forgotten. He's just so intrinsic a part of the story. Like, the Kiki story just revolves so much around him now and, like, what he did. I've forgotten, like, how that even actually happened. If we talking about Finn, I wanted to ask something. I did begin to color the scrap post ending with the hot chocolate at the end. Oh yeah. And if it was a real comic of yours, just because of pure boredom, yeah, understandable. So I wanted to ask if I could post it. If you want. I mean, just as long as you credit me or something. Like, this is the person who actually made this. I'm just coloring it in for the sake of it to be haha funny. Like, you can do that if you want. I'm not too fussed. I need some, like, down here. Kind of like this and that. There we go. I think that's probably all the chords he'll need all over. I like that. It's a really good looking tree. Yeah, he's pretty handsome, huh? He's quite the looker. I'm sure Sarah thinks so, at least. Honestly, it's just so funny. Every time I just want so badly to dub an interaction between these two. Like, I so badly want to have them have a little back and forth in one of the comics, just so then maybe an end of the line or something, since that's going to be set during this, like it's going to have the Star Wars and an Arthur in it. Just because I want to hear, like, how their voice actors are going to be, like, back and forth. Like, I gotta know. Because I do love Arthur's voice actor, but he's so serious. He's such a serious guy when he voice acts, Arthur. It's, like, so perfect. So I'm really excited to, like, see how it's going to be. I think like this is how I want it actually. Kind of like, yeah, I like this. This is good. Now I just kind of need to fix the end of this. Okay. Chat, I got a question. How are we feeling? How are we excited for Christmas, chat? We all excited for Christmas? Got any plans for Christmas? Oh, another KK character fact? Yes, I can do that. Let me know a character. Let me know what character. So excited for Christmas? Me too. I'm real excited as well. I've asked for what I want for Christmas, which is a new microphone. For streaming. I don't need like a crazy big I don't need a crazy upgrade. Just a little something so my voice is just a little bit clearer. I don't want like Mumku and Dadku spending hundreds of dollars on that. Just a little something would be nice. So let's hope, chat. Let's hope. Let's hope. I'm an adult though, so you know how Christmas goes when you're an adult. You just kind of tell your parents what you want and they'll be like, okay. It's like the joy and whimsy is gone. Sarah, please? Oh, a fun fact about Sarah. That's an interesting one. Fun fact about Sura. Like, what else can I say other than he's a playboy? No, I'm kidding. I think a good one is talking about them when they were younger, because as we know, like Arthur and Falspar are brothers, and Sura was a childhood friend of theirs. So it's actually quite interesting when you think about it. That Arthur had this dream to like make the Star Warriors, and Falspar like has always, what's the word, like idolized Arthur. So he was, of course, he was really willing to help him with his dream. But I find it really interesting how Sura chose to help just because we know that he's such a slacker. Like, he doesn't actually like to do work and the stuff like that. And yet he like said, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna like be a really big help with you guys in making this thing that you want like a reality." But he's like but he like doesn't work. I just find it really funny. He's such a slacker, but I think that you kind of need someone like that, right? Because I think that especially Arthur, this is why I do like their dynamic so much. It's because you can have someone like Arthur who's really set on like achieving work, but what use is like all the work that you're gonna do if you're not gonna have like any fun? Like Arthur claims he has a lot of fun with the work that he does and he loves his job, and that's awesome. But I still think you've got to have room for joy and whimsy and relaxing and doing stuff like that. So, with that in mind, I think that that's why him and Sura are such a good match, because Sura kind of brings him that joy and whimsy that he doesn't really have because he's too busy being work, busy, busy, busy. There we go. I like the cape kind of caught in it. I didn't do the cape caught in it last time, but I've done it this time. And then maybe I make a little bit of room here for his. There we go. That could be good. It feels like he's being held prisoner. I'm gonna be so real. I'm sorry. This has happened and I didn't mean for it to happen. But this feels a little, you know. His name is Nonsurat. So his name is Sura. Oh yeah. I call him Sura, but this is Nonsurat. Like the actual, like, he is from the he is from like the Star Warriors, like from the anime, but he looks a lot different. I decided to do a very heavy redesign because I don't know, I never liked Nonsurat's design. He had like the big, like the mask, and then like everything was covering his face. He had the massive battle axe, which, to be fair, I do kind of like to think Sura has a big battle axe, but I just feel like he never uses it. Why are we bullying a hard worker and turning him into a Christmas tree? Because he needs joy and whimsy in his life. He needs joy and whimsy. This man has forgotten how to be happy. No, he is fairly. No, that's what's funny about it though. Actually, is that it's not even that he's depressed. Like he's just happy doing his job. He just keeps getting harassed. He's so happy being the leader, and it's like, everyone keeps harassing me, making me do these things. They tell me to go outside. I don't want to go outside. I just want to do my work. Like, it's really funny. Okay, I think that's good in terms of the the lights. I think he's got enough lights on him. And now just gotta draw like Sir's feet, which I'm gonna suffer with. Oh, actually, you know what? Not too bad. That basically worked. That worked, yeah. Okay. Kind of like this. Wonder if some angels have halos? It's implied, so this is interesting. This is another interesting thing about Finn. I think it is implied that angels did have halos. At least in Finn's world they did, because he in his comic, when he's hanging out with Silver, like when he first meets her, because Silver has a halo, and he takes notice of her halo, and interestingly enough, the halos that Silver, and I think Morpho has one, but it's not always above his head. And both the foes have a halo as well. And I think Primal technically does, but he doesn't display it. But Silver's halo at least looked identical to his one. Biblically angel halo? Oh right. Yeah, well. The one that Silver has looked identical to Finn's. And oh my gosh, guys, the camera turned on. Hold on. I was just looking at it and I noticed the button was red. Wait a minute. Oh, I don't know if it's gonna work still. I keep hearing the sounds of it like connecting and disconnecting. It's like in a constant state of connecting and disconnecting. What? Well, I tried, chat. I don't know why it's doing that. Jeez, it's like in a constant state of... It's in a constant state of not working. Silly camera. Okay, well, good try. Good try. I thought it was gonna work. Good try. What were we doing? It's Primal's Halo Black. I feel like I drew it a long while ago. Okay, so yeah, I remember. So, fun fact. Let me just draw it on a new thing. So, here's the fun fact. Divine. Divine logo. Divine logo. That's how we refer to Divine logo, okay? Which is gold. That's what gold has has as his crown / halo / it's like a crown / halo. What gold wears, he just wears it on the front of his head opposed to above his head. Silver. That's sort of all there is to her one. Like, she has little danglies hanging off the side of it, but you'll notice her one is the same as the middle. Primal's, which is, I've kind of slightly altered the design of it, because once upon a time people used to call it a Wi-Fi logo, which they still do. But it is essentially supposed to be these two pieces of this put here, above something. It's like supposed to be this, which is, well, Wi-Fi logo, so I've kind of changed it to be a little bit like that. And I've kind of tried to incorporate the Omega symbol into it, just because it refers to like the end, and that's kind of befitting for Primal. But his quote unquote halo design changed, but he wears it on the front of his head as well, like gold does. Can't actually make entrance rebooting again. Yeah, no. So that's a fun fact. They've all got technically a halo, but a lot of them just wear them on the front of their head instead of like having them hover above them. What's Morpho's halo like? I'm pretty sure it's just the same as Silver's. Morpho's halo is the same as Silver's, and technically Finn's, but Finn's was just Silver's. It just looks like this, and then it's got the little circle, and then it'll have like the little things hanging down. Makes you curious about something. After Kirby became the leader of Star Wars, what does Arthur do in his retirement? Well, a very fun fact about that. Kirby as a leader is, you know, it's a very complicated time of his life because Arthur had already given him, like, he'd already postponed Kirby becoming the Star Wars leader because of everything that happened with Ayumi and the fact that Kirby had to then have a family. Arthur never had to have a family, so he never had that thing that in his life to quote unquote distract him from becoming the leader, but he understood that Kirby did, and so Kirby had other commitments that he had to stay committed to. So Arthur was really nice and gave him time off before becoming the leader. He was like, well, okay, this is quite serious. We'll put it on hold for now. I'm okay. We'll put it on hold. And then when Kirby does eventually have the time to become the leader, because he was already being the leader for the Gale tribe, it's not even for that long, to be honest. It's for like, I mean, I say not that long, it might have been for like 1,000 years, maybe not even that, maybe a couple hundred. Like, he is the leader, but he's not the leader for the longest time. He actually he tosses it over to Lirim pretty fast. And Lirim is just like the better version of Kirby, to be honest, as a leader. He's like confident. He's had his whole character arc. Not that we know much, not that you guys know much about Lirim, but I know many things about Lirim. And being a leader is like what he's born to be. It's really funny. And he becomes like the freaking greatest, like one of the greatest commanders ever. Which is so exciting for him. And then Kirby just kinda, well, it's hard. Because Kirby, I felt like when I first introduced the idea of Kirby becoming the commander, I was like, well, this is very cool and all. I really like this idea. But then so many other commitments appeared in his story that like just were more important. Mainly the Gale tribe is one of them, because you gotta understand, he has to run that. He has to run it until Ajaz is old enough. He just has to, because there's no one else. Rafa is old. He's dying of sickness. He's so sick and old. Atlas apparently can't. Atlas isn't allowed to, apparently. So whelp. But so Kirby has to he just has to do it. It just is what happens. And so that came first, compared to him being the leader of the Star Wars, which, you know, Arthur is there doing it already. You know, even if it did turn out happy, I'm so pissed that Arthur sold him off. What do you mean sold him off? Well, you gotta understand, Omega agreed to that, to be fair. So, you know. Both of his Guardian figures agreed. I realized Kirby really suffers a lot. Kirby has a lot of like long-term stress, and he doesn't like having all these responsibilities. Is his character arc, and I'll be honest, I don't think a lot of his issues are like as dire as he makes them seem. What was Kirby say? Okay, to be fair, Aestus, to be fair, yeah, you're right. Like, they were just going to, like, marry him off to someone. But this is why we love Atlas so much. Because Atlas, you know, the guy who has been through this, the guy who has had an arranged marriage and how awful that went. He got freaking divorced, although it wasn't because they argued. It was just because she didn't feel, you know, Everest didn't feel, like she could live up to anything, blah, blah, blah. But they got divorced. He's been through this. It breaks relationships, being in an arranged marriage. And he's the one who saved it. He was the one who was like, to the last minute, guys, we can't do this. And then Kirby gets assigned instead as being Ayumi's personal bodyguard. Now, they still have that inner hope that they're gonna fall in love. Like, they do still want them to get married, but but Atlas doesn't want it to be forced. He wants them to just fall in love instead. And while because of that you can debate if their feelings are even real because it was all quote unquote a setup, I still like to think their feelings are quite real. And I think that even if they were put in that situation, like kind of in a situation where they could fall in love, I mean the fact that they still did is, I think that counts for something. He could have just been her guard and just like not cared at all, you know. Arranged marriage is just complete butt cheeks. Yeah, I agree. So we really owe it to Atlas for that one, because I feel like Ayumi and Kirby's relationship could have been very different had they known that it was had they been told like from the very start, or if the whole thing about it being an arranged marriage was said very like clearly. Like I think their whole relationship would have been different. I'm gonna put this here, I think. I feel like I need another right there. I was like, I feel like I need another thing here and one over here. And then, oh, he doesn't have his star on his head, I realized. He's missing his star. Here's the star in question. Oh. Here we go. I like it having the little springy thing. I think it's pretty funny. It's not as crazy as this one. This one was like, woo, going everywhere. This one's a little more refined, I think. Did they ever learn that they were set up? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they told later on, but they've been married for a good long while at that point, and Kirby, you would think that Kirby would have a bit more of a breakdown about it, but honestly, he was actually really thankful because, you know, from Kirby's perspective and like what he was dealing with at the time was I've talked about this before, was he was dealing with his best friend, quote unquote, person that he wanted to potentially have a relationship with. Leaving him behind on Dreamland with their child, and then he has to follow after him, and then he ends up going and getting married because they can't reconnect their friendship slash relationship slash complicationship. And then his friend's getting married, and then he has to sit there like alone with the child. Like he has to just look after Star, and it's like, bro, and he's dealing with a lot with his relationships, and he doesn't know how to feel. I'd imagine he feels quite lonely. So I feel like as much as it's like, wow, I can't believe you like sold him off or went to go get like an arranged marriage, Kirby was really struggling with feeling alone at the time. So I think it was kind of exactly what he needed. Was, even if it wasn't like, I think he just needed to get away from the Star Wars, to be honest, and get away from Meta for a while. And I think, and that's why partly him and Ayumi end up having such a strong relationship, because she was like, she was a lot to him in that moment, in that part of his life, you know, rough and tough time of his life. So I think even though they learned it was a quote unquote setup, to Kirby that didn't matter. Because what he felt was still true. And to Ayumi, I mean, it's pretty clear from like Actor Leave. That's okay, PG. It's pretty clear from like some of the, I've done like a comic strip of them when they were like before they fell in love and like when they just kind of like, it's kind of like nervous, awkward tension moments, and you can kind of tell that she really cares about him from the get-go, probably. And I think it's just cute. I just love them. I'm sorry, they're my favorite relationship. I'm super biased here. I'm super biased. They're my favorite relationship. Mm-hmm. Now we need to draw freaking Falspa. We need our guy. And we need probably Kirby as well. I think Kirby can be here. Gotta have the student. I'm trying to decide on just watching or letting this play in the background while I play a ripoff of Minecraft. Honestly, I think that when I start yapping, I feel like these streams can be really good for just background stuff. Like, I will start yapping and I will just go for it. Question: how many KK characters have traumatic backstories or have trauma happen to them? Well, let's find this out, shall we? And let's just work on the puffballs. So let's figure this out. Let's have a detour. Let's figure this out. So here is every KK character who is a puffball. This is all the puffball characters. We drew this for 5 years of Kirby's Nightmare. For those who have not seen it. Yeah, I love doing you on while I do random stuff. And I love giving podcast vibes. It's so good. So let's go through, shall we? Let's see how much trauma there really is. Finn. I would say Finn has trauma. Although a lot of it is from his first world. Trauma for sure. How do we want to do this? I'll put green on them if they have trauma. I'll put red on them if they don't have trauma. So yeah, I mean, both his sons were killed in front of him. Real sad. He was separated from like his first wife. Real sad. He had to witness Silver get by Primal, so real sad. I would say he's got trauma. I would say he deals with it better than like any other character in the series though. I feel like considering the fact that he has trauma, he does internalize it, but I feel like he is the best with his trauma. Like, he doesn't let it affect him that much in the real world. He tries his best. Adelia, ooh. Probably does have trauma, but I don't think it's that much. Because her only trauma is like Aeon's quote-unquote death when he died as a child. But he didn't actually die. And then he comes back. And then it's suddenly no more trauma. It's like, oh, I had this really traumatic experience and I thought my little brother died, but oh, you're not dead actually. Oh, this is great. And then she gets to, then they get to live happily ever after. So I think like she had trauma. She does not have trauma currently. So if it's yellow, they had trauma. They do not currently have trauma like they used to. What about the scar on her face? Yeah, that was from the incident where Aeon died. Because she was there for that. She saw him die. So, I would say that's traumatic. But I don't think... Wait, hang on. Aeon has an older sister? Yeah, but Adelia is adopted. Which is funny, though. Because she's adopted, but she does look like she would be Finn and Silver's kid. Like, she does look like she would be their child. But she is adopted. What happened with Aeon? Why'd he die? This awesome guy who really hates Finn because he started a war with him, who's got one red eye. He really hates Finn. He kind of tried to kill everything or everyone he cared about. I think that's what happened, probably. That's probably what happened. Uh, so, yep. So yeah, I'd say she kind of has trauma. I don't really think it's like permanent though. Like it doesn't stick with her. She gets over it. Primal, yeah, Primal. Normally it's Primal's fault. Naya, I will say I might put yellow here because Naya's only trauma is Aeon. Her only trauma is Aeon and the fact that he didn't want to marry her, and then she gave him like their child, and she was like, "Oh, what it was? What do you mean you don't keep your child? Then I don't want it." And then she dipped, and then she gave Kyra to Aeon, and she dipped. She left, and she's never once thought about them after. She's never had an afterthought. She got on with her life. Who is Naya again? She was the girl that Aeon slash Galacta dated before, just after he got like left Onatsu, because he was kind of rebounding from not having Omega, and he was like craving just like attention and affection, and he ended up dating this girl, and then they ended up getting her pregnant, and then she wanted to marry him, and then he said no. He was the bad boyfriend. He just was the bad boyfriend. That's what happened. He was the bad boyfriend. So she eventually gets over it and just lives her own life. So I mean, it happened, but it doesn't linger with her. Here's our first non-traumatic person, Haru. I don't think Haru has any trauma. I'll be honest, guys. I think Haru is a pure being. No trauma. Literally no trauma. Happy bird. Happy bird, no trauma. Aeon is dumb when it's not gay. Gets too complicated. So Primal killed Aeon twice. Right, like on Popstar and in the past. Oh yeah, you're so right, yeah. Primal was responsible for his death 2 times. That's really funny, actually. You got it 2 out of 3. Getting a girl pregnant, then dipping is a bitch move. Yeah. It is. Aeon has this problem. He has this problem with commitments. But at least, like, at the very least, like, he didn't leave her with the child. I mean, she dumped the child on him, so he still had to look after the kid. But as we know, Galacta didn't do a very good job of that. He's not the greatest dad. At least he took in the kid. I mean, yeah, but he didn't. It's complicated with him and Kyra. Speaking of, here's Kyra. I'm gonna give Kyra yellow. Because she does have her trauma that happened in the past with Galacta. Speaking of, she does have her trauma of what, Galacta did with her with the experiments and stuff like that. But I think by the future at heart, she always did love him as, like, her dad. Even though he's just a crappy dad. He's just the worst. But I think she does still care about him because, I mean, unlike Naya, who just outright abandoned her and did not want her, Aeon still tried. And I think she knows that. And I think she does appreciate that. So she definitely still cares about him. So I think she has trauma from the past, but she doesn't let it get to her. Here's another pure bean! Summer, pure bean. Pure bean. No harm done, no wrong done. So happy, so happy. Abandoning your child is also, yeah, I mean, yeah, no, it is. It is also that. I mean, yeah, Naya's parents, they're just not the greatest people, huh? This segment of Strum should be posted as its own segment. Yes, actually, you are correct. We will do that. We're gonna go through all these characters, and then I'm gonna, like, trim this part of stream, and we're gonna have a video of, like, Koku talks about the trauma of every KK character. It's gonna be great. Well, who's next? Frickin' Nico. This one's hard. Nico's hard, because I feel like he's actively, like, got this awful frickin' like, him and Viren aren't great, you know? Your spider lad tried to eat her? Yeah, but that's not, she immediately tried to be his friend afterwards. She was too wholesome. She's too wholesome. She's too innocent. She was like, oh wow, wait, don't go. I know you tried to eat me, don't go. Like, she's immediately tries to be his friend. It's really funny. I think it's more of a comedic thing than something that actually scarred her. It's just more comedic. This drum is a good thing to distract me from being sick. Oh, I hope you get better. Does he have trauma if they don't think it's trauma? Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, does he have trauma if he doesn't think he's traumatized, but he's just being, like, manipulated? I'll put him on yellow. I'll put him on yellow because Nico doesn't act like he has a long-term standing trauma. Like, he doesn't act like how Kirby gets depressed or how Meta was depressed, or like, just, he doesn't have that aura. Even though he does have, like, an internalized trauma, he's apparently really good at hiding that, so I'll put him as yellow. Kiro. No harm done. No wrong. No wrong. Wholesome child. Grew up with his mom. Got to see his dad every so often when he visited because Akos was looking for Omega. And also, doing all this stuff. So, yeah. No wrong, no harm, no foul. Kiro had a good life. Why are we putting Nico on me? I'm gonna lose my mind at all the yellow puns. Lan, no wrong. No, but here's the thing about Lan, is that Lan definitely has an internalized trauma that he does not remember. He's like Kirby. He's internalized this trauma of his parents dying, because he doesn't, like, his parents are both dead. Let's make this clear. Kirby's the one who was looking after him. Both his parents are dead. But he's like this innocent being that has internalized that and doesn't even remember. Doesn't even think about it. It's like Kirby. He's blocked out the trauma. So, I mean, maybe we put him on yellow. Because he does have it, but he does not... He doesn't process it at all. He's too innocent. Koku, should I send the image again? Cough. No. No, please. We've only had one character with full trauma so far, which is interesting. Although, I mean, yeah, I would say Finn has, like, full trauma. Although he does deal with it very well, but I would say he's one of the full trauma characters. Gold, you know what? I don't think Gold has trauma. I don't think he does. I think that he is, like, you know, he's upset. Like, he does have, like, the experience of when he and Meta got separated, but he's just committed his whole life to finding Meta. It doesn't feel like he's been traumatized. Finn has high trauma tolerance. Yeah, it's true. But he does have a lot of trauma. So, yeah, I don't think Gold does. I don't think he has any trauma. Does KK characters get some happy endings confirmed? Yeah, if I put red on them, then I would say they get a happy ending. Except for Gold. Gold doesn't count because, like, he outlived a lot of people, so his ending is quite different. But, like, characters like Kiro, Haru, Summer, these guys will get some just normal life happy endings, you know? Einar definitely has trauma. I'm just gonna be for real with that one. This guy has lost an arm. That's traumatic. This guy's wife is dead. He might be dead. We don't even know. This guy could be dead, but we don't know. But if he isn't dead, then his wife is dead, and that's pretty traumatic. So, like, in the future timeline, what happened to Aeon? Like, how'd he die? I always like to think he didn't die. Because, Conveyance, Inan's ability is that he can travel between dimensions. I like to just think he just left the living world. He was just like, I'm done. I'm done here. And he just dipped and he just left. He never actually physically died, which is really funny to me. Because I don't think Aeon is capable of death. He just went to go hang out with the dead people. And that's pretty great. So yeah, I would say Aina has trauma. More trauma if he is alive, less trauma if he's dead, because he's dead. But, you know. Aiko. Aiko's interesting. I don't know. Because Aiko, like, I think Aiko's in a similar vein to Lan, where she definitely had a family. She lost all her family. She got frozen for like 1,000 years, probably more, probably like 5,000 years. Got found by Meta, and then just lived her life. Like, she just internalized and didn't think about, like, that previous incident that occurred where all her family died. and she just was happy with her family. I mean, some of her family is still here. Some of her family is still here, but yeah, I'd say she internalized it. It's not that bad. She does have trauma. She just doesn't think about it. So Aeon has basically died 3 times in AV, in the animatic, and in the time before AV. Yes, yes. Aeon has 3 canonical times in which he died and then came back to life. Which I find quite funny. Limnan. Ooh, yep. This is a yep moment. Limnan is a yep moment because of his whole previous relationship. Well, his whole previous relationship with Rivi, I think, would put him on yellow. But the fact that I think that the trauma that Morpho gave him and the neglect that Morpho gave him is what really makes him have trauma. Because, like, he was neglected by Morpho so badly to the point that he kind of ended up almost dying in the process of trying to help Morpho. Like, it's not great. I think he has trauma for sure. He either really likes him or despises him so much it kicks him out every time. I agree. Let's see. Aster. I don't know too much about Aster. But I'm gonna say he probably has a little bit. Because we don't know how he's gotten that yellow. We don't know what's happened to his eye. We don't know if he was born like that. We don't know how that happened. We know that he has a bit of a... He's kind of closer with Limnan than other parts of Limnan's family, but something happened to him, man, for his eye to be like that. He's been through something. He was not born like that, I'll tell you that much. He was not born like that. So I think there could be some buried trauma. I don't think it's too bad. I also don't think he lets it get to him. But I think there is something there. Akos. I mean, yeah, Akos has trauma. I mean, he does. This is his mom died. His dad could potentially be dead. He's searching for his little brother who could potentially be dead. I mean, I say he handles his trauma really well. But I think that he definitely has trauma, for sure. Both him and Omega have trauma. And Aeon have trauma. Oh no, here it comes. Oh no, here it comes. All the characters with the trauma are appearing. It's all the main characters, as you'll realize. Yeah, Aeon has trauma. He's died like 3 times. He internalizes that, but he has literally died 3 times. Oh, Aeon. I will say though, for someone who has as much trauma as what Aeon has, he does not act like it. It is very crazy how casual Aeon is. He does not really think about his trauma at all. It is crazy. He just kind of gets on with his life. He makes small references to things he's done that have been awful. To be fair, he's more of a creator of trauma than someone who got subjected to trauma, but the more writing has trauma. I think so. It's probably it, huh? Okay, we go up, and we've got another great contender for trauma, which is Dare. I mean, look at all those scars. Wings ripped out, blinded for a while, lost her brother in front of her. Her parents died. I mean, it's about as traumatic as you can get. Aster, though, I don't think Aster has trauma. I'm gonna be honest. He might, like, you could potentially say he might, because there is some hidden lore that Tora, his mum, might be, like, sealed away somewhere, and that she might not be dead, she might be sealed away somewhere, and we don't know if she is or not. Where is Tora? Where is Tora? There she is. Like, we don't know. He might have something, but he didn't really like Tora to begin with. He never got along very well with his mum, so I don't know if something happening to her would really affect him that much. Wait, Dare had wings? Yeah, she used to have wings. Once upon a time, she was like a little crow, little raven cubby. She had little black wings, but they got torn out when she was taken by the scavengers. So real traumatic. I'm gonna put Aster on no. This could change in the future. This could change in the future, but I don't think he does. Oh well, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna go back on that. I'm gonna actually say he does have a little bit, because there's a reason he doesn't like his mom. That's it. There's a reason he doesn't like Tora. It's because he doesn't like how he was treated or raised by her. So I think that's fair. Where's our green? We've got 2 greens. So we've got some more trauma. Kirby, a classic. A classic is Kirby. A little raisin. So yeah, Kirby's a classic. Roseate. Yeah, Roseate. Yeah, I mean, I guess so, huh? Just there's not much more to say there, huh? I mean, like Kirby has trauma, a lot of it, but his trauma is more of like a daily. It just keeps piling up. I think if we, especially because this is a drawing of Butterfly Kirby, I think I can definitely say his trauma. Roseate, yeah, we know what happened to him, so. We need a picture of Dia when she had wings on DA. I don't think much people know she even had wings. Or they're completely gone and no sign she once had them. Yeah, that's true. There's some very old drawings of like baby Dia with wings, but they're very old. So I should probably draw them again. Draw some new ones. I'm gonna say, I mean, I think yes, because she's dead. She died. She died, chat. She's dead. Sorry to interrupt the KK Trauma speedrun, but I just want to ask, who are some of your favorite Kirby characters from either KK or Canon Kirby? My favorite Kirby character, just in all of Kirby, regardless of like Canon or like KK or just like in normal Kirby, it used to be Meta Knight. It really did. And I think you can tell because I used to draw Meta Knight a lot more and a lot of the comics used to be about Meta. But as time has gone on, Galactonite is my favorite Kirby character, just hands down. Hands down, my favorite Kirby character is just him. Some close seconds. I do really love DDD. I do really love Meta Knight still. Like, those are still very characters that I really like. Of course, I gotta like Kirby. But it is Galactonite number 1. Probably, like, the main trio. They all just kind of take the second spot. And, third is hard. It might have to be like, maybe it's just recency bias. This is recency bias. This is definitely a recency bias thing. It's just it's gotta be no IDDD, guys. I'm sorry. It's recency bias. It's Air Rider's bias. This will definitely change, but I just really like him. He's so edgy. I'm sorry. He's become like one of my favorites. He's so edgy. He's so cool. So yeah, those would be some of my favorite characters. I was super used to this idea. Make it one of your characters have a pet chicken. Pet chicken is really funny. You know, there is like a Kirby enemy that is just a chicken. I don't know what it's called though. Also, chat, if you don't mind, I need to go briefly check on my nephew. Just before we continue this KK rant, I'll put it back on the Arthur Christmas tree so you guys can look at that while I go do this. But I'm the only one at home with him. He's like 9. I need to go check on him to make sure he's okay. Okay, I'll be back in like 5 minutes. I have to make sure he's not dead, and then I will return, and we will continue the KK rant, and we will continue the drawing at some point. Don't worry, chat. We will get there. We will get there. So I will be right back. returned, chat. I returned. He is alright. Do not worry. My nephew is doing fine. I just checked what he was doing, and he was chilling. So, I think we'll be fine. Welcome back. Yes, I'm back. I am back. Let's go back to here. Okay, we're back. Where were we? Are we gonna continue the trauma list, chat? I guess it would be cool to like do it all, and then we can and then like make a part and like do like a video out of it. So I guess we'll continue it. We are almost practically at the halfway point, anyways. Nephew stream takeover win. My other nephew, not the one that I went and checked. When did I last drink water? The last time someone redeemed a hydrate. That is the last time. Please trauma. Okay, yeah, we'll keep doing that. My other nephew, the one who's older, he wants to one day just start streaming instead of me. Like he wants to like we'll act normal, and I'll stream, but it'll be him instead. So that could happen at any point. I just want you guys to know that one day. Just one day I could stream and it's not me. I just need you guys to know that. Always be aware. So let's continue. Let's continue. Where were we? We're at Cassiopeia next. I'm gonna go a little bit of trauma here. Because she's got a scar on her face and she's missing a horn. Now, I'll be honest, I don't know the extent of how this has happened to her. I don't know the extent of how this has happened to her because, I mean, like, I have not myself divin, I don't know how to say, like, I haven't looked into her actual story too much. I'm more focused on Orion and Dozen and everyone. But Cassiopeia definitely has something. She's definitely got some trauma, a little bit. I don't think she lets it affect her too much, but like something definitely happened for her to be missing a horn, you know? Oh. Ooh. Void's an interesting one. Void has trauma for sure, but yeah, I think Void has trauma for sure. It's just the only way it can be, you know? Because he's the core of Void Termina. He was created by Limnan. He was just a baby, and then he got abandoned, and then he got sealed away, and then he got Sag. But thankfully Star made it all better, but like, I think he still has trauma from all of that he's been through. He's been through a lot, that guy. I mean, this goes without saying. These two are literally built to, well, actually, this is interesting. These two are built to house the trauma of other characters. Like, they are rude, but do they themselves have trauma? Even though they hold and know the trauma of, like, others. Like, Ken knows, like, all of the trauma that Morpho has, and Fo knows all of the trauma that Aeon has. But do they themselves have trauma? You know, that's the true question here. Yes? They've got trauma? I guess, yeah. It's like a therapist. You know what, that's true. Okay, well, I'll put them on green. That's fair. Now, here's a character with no trauma. Nabla. I don't think she's got trauma because she's not real. This is my opinion. If she ever becomes real in the future, maybe she'll gain trauma, but she's literally just a programming. She doesn't feel. She does what she's programmed to do. And this isn't like a Delta situation where, oh, Delta's just doing what his programming is. Delta's situation is like, he's a real, living, like, AI that is forced to do other things, whereas Nabla is more on the level of, oh, there is no real person there, it is just purely code, you know? Like, she isn't a real person, she is literally a computer. So there's a difference between her and Delta. Therapists apparently get trauma by default now. Yippee! I mean, I think that any therapist probably would. Like, when you have to hear and deal with the issues of, like, so many different people, I think that it can be a lot to, like, expose yourself to. And they've got to be good at dealing with it, though, that's for sure. Trauma, let's see. Silver, yes. Trauma, yes. Silver, yes. Trauma, yes. Silver, yes. Trauma, yes. I think Silver always acts very happy, but she, especially later on, she does become very gloomy. She regrets what she did with Morpho. She thought that Kirby was dead for a very long time. And she is a very complicated character, to be honest. I think people can hate her, people can love her. If you hate or love her, I think it's fair. But she has trauma, that's for sure. Silver, yes, trauma, yes, silver, yes, trauma, yes, silver, yes, trauma. Yep. However, character without trauma, I mean, oh, well, here's the issue. Do you think, I don't think it's outright trauma, but I think that Amir does have a bit of, like, I don't think Amir is the one with the trauma, but I think he is affected by the fact that Kinma has trauma. Because he doesn't get to see his grandfather very often, if at all. Like, he doesn't get to see Mita because of Kinma's relationship with Mita, which is kind of sad. I don't think he personally has any trauma, so I'm gonna put him on red, but I do think that he is affected by Kinma's trauma. Like, he personally doesn't have trauma, but I'm gonna put Nuri on, I'll put Nuri on yellow. Bye for now. Adios, adios. See you in a little bit if you come back. Oh, the forgotten curb drama. Oh, yeah, I also have to do Shadow Kirby. True, I kind of forgot about him. Yeah, he does. He's got Kirby's trauma. So he knows all of Kirby's trauma. So this is a similar thing. Man, there's so much trauma. Well, actually, let's see. So far, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We've kind of started to go into more trauma-based characters, huh? We only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 characters that I think don't have trauma. Although, I think I might change Gold, now that I think about it. He's got a little bit. Just because he outlives everyone, he has to grapple with that. Alright, so moving on. I think Nuri has a little bit, more so because of how complicated it is for her to have to be with Morpho just because he doesn't have a body, and I think that that's really hard for her to deal with, the fact that she can't see her dad all the time. So that's a pretty simple one. This is a he has Meta. Dark Meta Knight is a he is emo because he has the Meta Knight trauma. He has Meta's trauma with Dare, and he's very hyperfixated on it, so that's why he has trauma. Morpho 100% has trauma too. Okay, we're really getting here, huh? We're really getting into our trauma characters. We know Morpho has trauma. I think Inan does. I think that Inan does have trauma for sure. You gotta remember, he is like a single consciousness that got split up into 8 pieces. And he like lost his consciousness. He might have been a person once upon a time. Until Silver split up his consciousness and put it into a freaking million freaking things. I think that Inan does have internalized trauma. This is his problem. He has a lot of trauma. I think he has a lot of trauma because of Aeon, though. Because he really cares about Aeon. He doesn't want Aeon to die again. And so he does a lot of the things he does because he's trying to protect Aeon. So yeah. Kumo also has trauma. I mean, his parents both abandoned him. I'd say that's pretty trauma worthy. I will also say that Matteo has trauma because both of their parents, his parents both died. He is getting the sickness that they have, as you can see on his face. The green is like a sickness that they had, and it was spreading to him as well. So he was going to die. Anyways, he did die, but he did have trauma. So that's great. Star is interesting. Because I think she does. I think she does, and I think I talked about this. She only has trauma. I mean, she actually has a lot of trauma because of Meta, believe it or not. Like, he, like, attacked her in just the first comic, and even though she still cares about him so much, he then abandons them on Dreamland eventually later on. And even while Kirby is trying to patch things up with Meta, and even Star, who can, like, sense that both of them want to patch things up, even though she's such an empath, she cannot fully forgive Meta for it. It's really hard for her. Like, she wants to so desperately because she can feel how he feels. She can feel that he didn't want to have to be pushed to do that, but it still hurt, you know? So she's got to grapple with those feelings because she really cared about Meta pre-Dreamland, on Dreamland, but then post-Dreamland, it's just, it's not good. It broke out the coronavirus. Oh my gosh. Freaking Mateo. It's real sad. Tora, I'm gonna put as yellow because she might have a little bit. We know she's sealed away for some reason, but we're not entirely sure why, and we don't really know how it affected her. So she could definitely have trauma, but we don't know if it is, like, how serious it is. I think, okay, interesting. Next we have Serene and Asia. So I don't think Serene has any trauma. I think she's just chill. I think there's a disconnect between her and Kenma, but the disconnect between her and Kenma as siblings is something only Kenma feels. Like, only Kenma gets trauma from their relationship. She doesn't, which is, you can call her heartless for it, but it's because she's like gold. She's very all-knowing. And so I think something like that just doesn't get to her. She's very omnipotent in her behavior, and she's very calm. She's calm and collected, so I don't think that it bothers her much that her brother doesn't like her. And then Ages, I don't think so. I do not think so. I don't think he has trauma. I mean, I think Kirby was a good dad considering things. I think that when I first made Ages as a character, I think that he probably had trauma because I wrote Kirby to be such a dad that wasn't in his life. But as time has gone on, I've written Kirby more as a character who he was there for Ages. He actually put off all of his work for Ages. And ensuring that he could raise him and be with his family. So I actually give Kirby props for that. Good dad behavior. Ages does not have trauma. Ages is chill. Mira does though. Mira does. He does have trauma. He internalizes a lot of it and he acts very happy, but I know that he does still have trauma in his heart. In his heart, he has trauma. He's been through a lot. Ages, a ramen loving silly guy. That is true. Both Mira and Kimna, both of them. Trauma ridden characters. Rafa does because if your dad killed himself, I would have trauma too. I would have trauma too if my dad killed himself. It'd be so real. So I think Rafa definitely. Well, I mean, not even just his dad, both his parents. Literally, both his parents killed themselves. Sorry. I think that Rafa. I'm just noticing that the music's not playing. There we go. So yeah, Rafa trauma 100%. Oops, meant to say loving. Yeah, no, you're good. Everest, yes, has trauma. Ayumi, I'm gonna put yellow here. Because her only trauma is, I guess, that her mom wasn't in her life. But Everest comes back and they do patch things up. Even though it takes Ayumi a bit of time, they do patch things up. And so I think that Ayumi has a little bit, but I don't think it's awful, you know? I think she also grapples with a lot of feelings of feeling inadequate for the tribe because she is a woman. But I think she works past it. I do think Kirby's a big part of why she personally doesn't have that much trauma. I'm just lurking. Yeah, no, it's fair. I'm stuck in the void here because no one else is here. No, it's okay. It's okay, Yellow. I'm just ranting at this point. I'm just going on rants. You guessed her. I mean, and then next we've got, you know, Azur, who does definitely have trauma. But then we get to have a bit of a happy moment and have Marina, Clover, and Shuji, who I don't think any of them have any trauma. I mean, they're all children. They're all children. I think they're just chilling. Also, hi Milky. I didn't even know you were still here. I've done the sketch. We're just taking a break to talk about characters who have trauma. We're nearly done though. We're actually nearly done. This will be done soon. Orion does. Oh, but I don't think he has that much. Oh, but it kind of affects him a lot. Wow, yeah. He's got trauma for sure. Like, he doesn't feel worthy for his family. He wants to do his family good, but he has a lot of trauma and nervousness around relationships, and I think that's enough to mark him as green. I just want my Christmas tree, man. I can't miss it. Don't worry, we're almost done. And look, see? Oh, sorry. See, we've already sketched it. It's all sketched, other than the first one, Kirby, who I need to finish. It's all sketched. I just have to start coloring, like, actually drawing it soon, but we're almost there. Alpha, yeah. I would have trauma too if I died, you know. Asbel, yeah. You know, I would have trauma too if I died. That's all I can say for them. Alpha, though, also has a lot of trauma growing up in the Gao tribe. So, yes. I don't know about Frida. I don't know if Frida has trauma, per se. The only thing I can say about Frida is that her and her family aren't very wealthy. So she might have grown up in hard times. So for that, I might mark her as yellow. But I don't think she's got really much, if any, trauma. Yeah, don't worry. Aqua, yeah, Aqua's got trauma. Lirim, I'm gonna mark Lirim as yellow because he's definitely got trauma. But, no, I just feel like he deals with it really well. As he grows up, he deals with his trauma very well. So I'm going to leave him there. Yes. Oh my gosh. Delta is the epitome of trauma. While Sura is the epitome of not trauma. Not trauma, not trauma. Wholesome characters, guys. Not trauma, wholesome characters, guys. And then trauma. So, yeah. I mean, we just kind of spit around the end, but I just know Arthur, Sura, Faustbach, they're just so normal. They just don't have trauma. They're so normal. They're such normal guys. Finn deals with it well, yet has green. Well, he has green because he has experienced a crap ton of trauma. Even if he deals with it well. Because, I mean, I just think his trauma is so much worse than so many other people's trauma. Like, I just think what he went through is worth it being green. He was sold by his father to, like, another god. He served that other god, was forced to marry and have a child with a person he didn't even know. Only for those two children to then be killed in front of him. And then he had to go to prison. And then he gets separated from the woman that he had to marry. Like, it just feels awful. It feels awful. It's really freaking sad to me. And then he gets to the point where he gives up and destroys their world. Albeit it is Tyre who wanted to do that and who was doing it as ordered. But he still did it. And then he has to grapple with the fact that he's never gonna see anyone again from his old universe. And then he has to live in a new universe. And then even in that new universe, things are not great. Like, Silver almost dies. He has a lot of regret with what happened with Morpho. Like, It's rough. It's really rough. And even though he, by the end of it, has come out okay, I just think it's a lot of trauma. Is activate right? Activate the bell? What's the bell? Explain what's the bell. YouTube, remember to smash like and subscribe and activate the bell. Oh, the notifications. You guys are talking to the YouTube. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, don't worry guys, this will all be on YouTube. All of this. So that's great. Now let me get rid of that. And let's go back to drawing Christmas, Christmas author. Yippee! Yippee! I don't know how long of a segment that was. It felt like it was a while, but I mean, we're back. We're back and we're drawing. The only problem is that we apparently only have an hour left to stream. Do we? Is it an hour? Yeah, it's gonna be 11. It's literally gonna be 11. So, I'm gonna be honest, guys. I don't think we finished this today. I mean, I don't know. I will try to do the coloring. We'll try to get to coloring, but dude, we've spent so much time. Finn is fine. He just got it easy. Hi, YouTube people. Speedrun. Speedrun the whole drawing. We got this. Oh. There we go. Oh, that is Kirby's thing over there. Okay, cool. There we go. I completely derailed stream by asking about character trauma ratios. You really did, but it's okay. It's okay. I liked chatting about that. That was fun. That was a good segment. I liked it a lot. And now we can, you know, focus on this again. So it was chill. It was good. You know, Chad, I was meant to the other day. Is that my magic touch of stream derailing? Hydrate? Yep. Let me grab my water. Ugh. Okay, I got the water. Oh. You know what? I really needed that, actually. That felt good. After all the talking I just did, that felt really good. Hydrate time. Whew. Okay. Yeah, no, so chat, I was actually supposed to sketch this the other day, like beforehand, so we could just do the line out on stream. But I blame my nephew, my older nephew, because he called me while I was drawing it. Well, while I was drawing something else, and then after I finished the other thing I was gonna draw, which was the KK with the dub thumbnail, which if you saw the dub, very cool. I was asleep because it was at 7 o'clock in the morning for me, but hope you guys enjoyed it. I was drawing the thumbnail, and then he messaged me and was like, you should play Balatro right now. And then I played Balatro with him for like 2 hours from like 6 to 8, nearly 9. And at that point, I just finished the thumbnail and I was like, I'm so tired. I didn't have the energy to do any other sketching that night. Balatro, yeah. So I did that with him and then I got too tired, and so thus here we are. So that's my bad, chat. Oh, Amatoon, thank you for the 5 biddies. Thank you. Oh. Let me just try and get this line up. Good. That looks good. Okay. If I can just like do the line out within like, I don't know, within half an hour, then we can definitely have time to flat color it, and that's as far as I am happy to get, to be honest. Wahoo, I wanted to genuinely tab. I want to play more Balatro, but here's my problem. I don't want to play the save file that me and my nephew were doing because we're very far. I think we're on Aunt 13, maybe. I think we're on Aunt 13, so we've gotten pretty far. And I'm just scared to do it without him because he's like the Balatro expert. Like he knows what to do. I'm scared to lose the run. Although in saying that, it's kind of okay if I lose the run because I got all of the things I wanted to with that run of Balatro. I kind of just have to start a new run and start grinding for like discovering all the jokers I'm missing now. So it's not like that bad actually. It wouldn't be too bad if I lost it. The only thing is that I'm currently on like my it's like my farthest streak yet. It's like as far as I've gone. It's my highest aunt. So you know, I don't want to just prematurely end it if I could get a better high score. A very, very stupid idea. What idea? What idea? What's your idea, Deb? Koku, what if I stream it and you just tell me what to do? Oh my gosh, that's really funny. No, it's alright. I'll call him up later today and we'll finish off that round. I shouldn't play Balatro today anyways, specifically because I need to draw the next comic page for Dawn of an Era. I need to draw the next comic page today. I can't be wasting time with Balatro. But I have a week to play it. So are these two in the art place in a situationship or like official or just friends? Okay, so here's how Sura and Arthur are. Sura is a playboy. We know this. He likes to flirt with women all the time, everywhere, and he's always just, you know, he loves to do that. He's a very carefree type of guy who's very charismatic and that sort of stuff. But he has a very special spot in his heart for Arthur in particular, which if I go to the toy house real fast, I've explained what it is Sura has. I'm so dazed. I've explained what it is that Sura has. He's got, as I will go click onto his toy house, he is hetero-flexible. That's what it's called. So he's hetero-flexible, which essentially just means you are like 99% straight, but you've got like that one guy that you're not that like you're gay for. Or like that one girl that you're lesbian for, but you're like mostly like you're mostly straight. Like that's hetero-flexible. That's what Sura is. He's hetero-flexible, where he just mostly is straight, but just not with Arthur. Which I find really funny. And he said it before. He likes Arthur because apparently Arthur looks very feminine to him. So it is also coming from like a straight place, but I find that really funny because Arthur's voice actor has like the deepest voice ever, and so I just think it's really funny. He's 1% bisexual, basically. So like I'm gay for insert person here, but any other person it's straight. Yes, that is what it is. That is exactly what it is. Arthur is like his one and only. Like Arthur is like that. He's the exception, basically. But apparently it's because he's quote unquote feminine. But what's funny about this is that Arthur will disagree to this entirely. He'll be like, no, I'm literally not. That's kind of wholesome. Yeah, it is quite wholesome. Meanwhile, Arthur, and I can go to Arthur's Toy House page because all of the characters' Toy House page has like their sexuality on it, so you can always go and look if you're curious, like to what a character is in KK. Arthur, though, his sexuality says he refuses to say we've asked him several times. So Arthur is the one here who's not cooperating. He refuses to give us his sexuality. He's refusing to he's always refusing Sura. So this man's probably in denial, but it's okay. He just refuses to say. So it's just, you know, a mystery how he feels. How he feels is a mystery, but he typically acts very annoyed at Sura. Why he gotta be so anonymous? I know, right? He's so anonymous. I totally forgot the Toy House is a thing. Yeah, no, that's Milky! I gave you a free Toy House for all of your things. And you still have not used it. Toy House is really good. I should get back into writing doing the Toy House characters, to be honest. It's quite funny. There's still a lot of characters I'm missing on there, but there's a lot that are also on there, so it's not awful. Where even is the Toy House link? I think it's just in KK lore links, I think. Well, actually, no, what it is. What it is that every time I add a new one, I always post an announcement about it. I don't know if it has a set link on the lore links anymore, but I should go check. If there isn't, I should go put one on for just my profile, so then you guys can all see all the characters on there. You need to give me a tutorial, I don't know how to use it. Yeah, that's true. We should do that in call sometime. Ugh, sorry. I just went to get a hair tie. My hair is all down. It's all down and it's getting hot. I need to tie it up. He do be looking at Sarah when he needs something to look at. I mean, yeah, that's the thing. Like, he's like, well... He calls Sarah all of these, like, annoying things. Like, oh, he's so annoying, he never works, blah, blah, blah. But then he's like, but, you know, he's not the worst. At least he's good to look at while I'm working, blah, blah, blah. So, like, there is some attraction there. I think that there is some attraction there. This man is just in denial. This man is in denial. I think it's because he thinks it's too late for him to have a relationship because he's so old, right? Both him and Sarah are old, though. Like, they are the old ones, man. This is like old man. This is old man relationships right now. But I think that could be part of it. Maybe he feels like it's too late for him to have a relationship with anyone. I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe he's got this internalization that he's internalized the fact that he commit his whole life to being the commander and he doesn't have time for anything else. I wouldn't be surprised if that was part of it. Yes, old man love is so cute. I agree. What would need to happen for him to find love? I don't know, because as I just said, I think he's internalized the fact that it's too late for him. And I think that's why he's so committed to just staying the commander of the Star Wars, because I guess that's what he feels like that's all he can do with his life. Which is kind of sad when you think about it. I hope they get together good yummy food. I'm sure they probably do. Or at the very least, once Arthur retires, Sura definitely goes and takes him on like a nice long getaway trip. And then the events of what happened on that getaway trip will never be spoken. What happens on the getaway trip stays on the getaway trip, you know what I mean? Done. I think I kind of want this one to face more like that way. Yeah, I like that. I now want KK old man yaoi. We need to do like, you know that stupid gif that's not the gif, you know that stupid drawing of like the kissing, the gay kissing. that one meme. We need it, but for these two. Can I have the VIP ticket to know? What happens on the getaway trip stays on the Patreon. I guess you could ask them on the Patreon, huh? Nope. There we go. Okay, be right back. Oh my gosh, why did I say anything? You know what, Tab? It's actually okay, because you know what? I wanted to answer more questions on the Patreon anyway, because I wanted to answer the one that Flair asked to Kirby and Ayumi. So you know what? You ask your question. You ask your question. And you see me reply to it. I'll do it. You see, yeah. Yeah, I'm not afraid. In 5 seconds. What's the other guy's name? I genuinely forgot. It's Sura. Sura, just S-U-R-A, is like his nickname that Arthur has for him. Or Non-Surat is his actual name. Imagine Arthur has to be drunk in order to accept romantic affection. Oh, I actually believe that. And I also believe that Sarah tries to get him drunk, but he's very conscious of that fact. Like, I feel like Arthur tries very hard to not get drunk because I think that he hates the notion of not being in control of what he's thinking and feeling. And I feel like Sarah will purposefully slip things into his drinks. Like, and it's gotten to the point where Arthur doesn't trust Sarah, like, giving him a lemonade or something. He'll be like, I don't know if I trust this. And, like, genuinely, I feel like Sarah actively tries to get him drunk. Sarah is a felon? Yep, he sure is. He's when you take him to court, his excuses, Your Honor, I'm just trying to help my buddy out. He keeps working. I know it's a I know it's a felony. I'm trying to help him out. He won't stop. He needs to take a break. That's his reasoning. I think she's trying to do work, but Sarah does all sorts of stuff. Yeah. Yeah, Sarah, you can see why he gets frustrated with Sarah at times. He's such a little menace. There we go. Now we'll draw the star. Oh. There we go. There's the star, little curly. Question sent with a little extra on top. Oh no. Well, this is gonna be a very interesting Patreon Q&A. I'm excited. Here we go. Now let's do this, this, and this. Perfect. Join the cult, Milky. Join? Yeah, no, I want to know. No, Milky, Milky, you actually have a friend who is on the gold Patreon. You actually know someone who's on the gold Patreon, don't you? I wonder who that is. It's like you could ask that person to show you. Heck. I'm trying to draw the... Yeah, that looks good for the cape. Your Honor, my reason is just that... oh, wait, sorry. Your Honor, my reason is I just want to kiss this man type reasoning. Please. That's actually freaking hilarious. Man, the things Arthur has to put up with, huh? Doop and boop. Here we go. Take the cord away. I'm not, how much more line do we have to do? Oh my gosh, it's still quite a bit, huh? It's okay. We still have just like a whole hour just about. I believe that we can do all the line art in that time. Can I not pay my beloved artist? Stop! Don't, no, stop! Stop! Stop. Please. Don't do it, Milky. Don't do it. Please. Join and I'll commission something with Arthur in 2026. I'm being genuine. He actually will. Don't do it! Don't do it! You've got so much to live for. I know I like to like talk about the Patreon, but like, don't do it! That's so sweet, I think. Anyone else have a hard time fitting 2 Lego pieces together to the point where your hands hurt? That's me. I'm in pain. I think I have the opposite, where sometimes I have a hard time taking two Lego pieces apart. Have you ever experienced like when you have just those 2 Lego pieces that are just like glued together? It's like no matter how hard you pull them apart, they just will not separate. It's like, bro. Okay, I think that's good, maybe? But it's so tempting. You know, Milky, if you join the Patreon, you could also ask a question too. I wonder what question you could ask. You could ask him anything, you know, and on the Patreon Gold, you can also include your own character in the Q&As. Very curious. Very curious. Flat pieces. Yeah. Dude, I don't know why I can't get this one right. This is like not working. Okay, I like that, I think. I think that looks good. Oh yeah, I totally forgot. Mookie to Arthur, please marry me. I feel like Arthur would do it just to spite Nonsort, you know? Like, just to see a reaction. And that's when you know they're in love, right? When they start doing things like that to spite each other. To toy with the other one's feelings, that's when you know it's true love. Oh. Just this one line, please. Okay, there we go. They're a perfect duo. I do like that. So they duo. What I like about their dynamic is that they're like the workaholic. Yeah, they're the workaholic and the lazy. Like they're the complete opposite in terms of work ethic, and I find that really interesting because I feel like Arthur brings to Sura's life order and, you know, what's the word, like order and scheduling, right? He brings like a bit of, you need a bit of balance of, you can't just be all work and you can't be all lazy. You need a balance. So I like to think that they bring that to each other's lives. Sura brings the fun to Arthur and Arthur brings the seriousness to Sura. I should really do a little short comic strip with them. right? And, you know, obviously hint at some little, you know, the undertones, gotta hint at the undertones. That would be fun. Milky, that GIF response says otherwise. Happy old man couple versus evil and intimidating Milky. I'm just happy. And as scientific evidence is shown, opposites attract. That is very true. Old man couple plus happy and joyful Milky. Better? Is it a threesome now? I'm happy to find out. Honestly, I'm genuinely surprised alcohol exists in Kirby. I was too, but I'm pretty sure there are like several, aren't there like several drawings or like like there is sake and like there's sake. I've definitely seen sake in some of the official art. I have seen it. It exists. Alcohol exists. Sake exists. Or sake, however you say it. But like the rice alcohol definitely exists in Kirby. I have seen it. I have also seen it, I think, in the manga as well. It's real. It's real and it exists in their world. Loki joined the cult. You can hug Arthur and also commission Arthur. I'd lock the two into a room until they start dating. That sounds, yeah. No, yeah, that's understandable. Tab, stop! Tab, you're not helping. No, don't. You can't tempt her. Don't tempt her. Although it is a little bit too much power, huh? Because you could really just ask for anything, you know. Arthur in a dress. Oh, I got you. Arthur doing anything. Oh, I got you. Arthur in a cool battle pose. Oh, I got you. You know. It really could just be anything. Arthur body pillow? Oh, I got you. So stupid. Kirby manga was wild. I really like the Kirby manga. I've got all volumes up to volume 8 of like the newer one, the Mania. What's it called? The Manga Mania. Nobody should have that much power. Imagine the possibilities. Koku, can I get a promotion in this cult? Tab is the honorary advisor, I guess. Honorary advisor. I'm hungry, so I'm a dip. See ya, bro. I'm gonna hopefully actually finish this lineup soon. Hopefully. Hopefully soon it will be done. There we go. Here we go. Go to the store? Yeah. Can I be the sacrifice in the cult? What are we sacrificing you to? Oh no. This is taking a dark turn. To get sacrificed, you have to pay $2? What the hell? That's crazy. Dude, the amount, I'm just gonna be so real. I love drawing this. I hate the amount of line work I have to do. Like, are we even like really taking in how much line work this is? Like drawing all the stupid tangled up in all the cords. Like, this is ridiculous. This is a ridiculous amount of line art. I could have been done by now. The level of line art I have to do is crazy. Sacrifices cost $10 nowadays? No. Remember Cult of the Lamb? I do remember Cult of the Lamb. That was a really good stream. I'm actually sad I never turned that into a into like a highlights video because that was a good stream. Wait, but you need gold to see it, right? Not the $3 one? Yeah, you do need gold. So don't do it, Milky. That's the expensive one. Don't do it. You don't need it, Milky. Do not do it. There we go. However, as I will have to, you know, regularly advertise, with the beginning of 2026, the Patreon will actually be undergoing some merchandise. We did merchandise previously, oh yes, but next year there will be 3 pieces of merchandise coming along with the gold tier. Yeah, cool. There'll be a mug. Yep, there'll be a mug. There'll be a poster. Yep, and there'll be probably another T-shirt. Yep. We have 3 different pieces of merchandise. You get them every 3 months. Wow, 3 to 4 months. We might have 4. Wow. Sorry, I'm just shamelessly plugging. I'm excited for that though. I'm gonna make a bunch of cool art for it. Groovy, yeah. Yourself, Milky? Yourself is a good birthday present? Yeah, Milky, put yourself in a... Wait, for who? Birthday present for who? Does someone know a good birthday gift? Oh, yeah, Milky, you. Just get in the box. Bro, get in the box already. Yeah, get in the box. No, why? Because you're the present. We've got to wrap you up. Milky, what about Balatro? Everyone loves the Balatro. Oh yeah, just buy them Balatro on Steam. Just buy them Balatro on Steam. That's the greatest gift. Buy them Balatro on Steam. It's on sale right now. At least it was when I got it the other day. They're having a great deal. Join Kirby in the box. No, you know what, Leaf? You know what's crazy about that? That was just a sketch, right? That was just a random sketch I did that took 5 minutes. I swear it got like 200 like freaking likes on DeviantArt, and I don't even understand why. And it's in the scraps folder. It's not even an actual drawing. It's sitting in the scraps folder. Gets all this hype, and I'm like, I just put him in a box. That's all I did. He's just in the box. Can I have my character fact? Oh yeah, sorry, KK Kirby. I didn't see it. A lot's been happening. Say again which character you wanted. Oh. Because it's funny, man. I guess it is just funny, huh? But it's still so much. It was just so much interaction with it. I was really surprised. I want a stupid divine fact. Fact about the divine. I'm pretty certain the divine loves Finn. I'm pretty certain about this. I think that the divine is like really tired of being immortal on its own because it's been immortal for like a bajillion years or something, like a really long time. It's devoured multiple universes. It's created new universes. I think it's really bored. I think it is just really bored at this point, and that's a lot of why it does the things it does. And I think it low-key kind of likes Finn. I couldn't tell you why. It's very strange, but yeah, Divine low-key kind of likes Finn, and then Kirby kind of low-key likes the Divine. No, sorry, that one's a joke. That's just the running joke because Kirby eats the Divine. Sorry. But yeah, no, I think the Divine legit kind of likes Finn, and that is why the universe doesn't get destroyed. Because Finn's the one who has to come and save the day, because the Divine can only be reasoned with, probably by Finn. It's not gonna listen to anyone else. Like a fact there's no impact on lore? Oh. Oh. So like a random fact. Hmm. Well, I went on a lore round. So a random fact about the divine. I guess a random fact would be that the divine can I get a raise in the cult? Oh my gosh, you're getting paid? I didn't even know that. I thought that this was free child labor. Fun fact about the divine. Now that it has to be something random, I'm not sure. Because I don't really think about the divine in that way when it comes to just random things. Surely there's something, though. Like, surely. I guess the divine... I don't know. It's such a lore intrinsic character. I personally think the divine is just Koku's in-world Sona. That's crazy! Why would you say that? If anyone is my in-world Sona, it's Silver. If there's like anyone who is my in-world one, it is definitely Silver. Like if I had to pick out a KK character that is like a replacement for me, it's Silver. Yeah, I'm really struggling with this one. Somehow I can't think of just a random fact about the divine. I just don't think about it like that. So does that mean you're self-shipping with Finn? No, I'm self-shipping with Galactonite. I'm too busy doing that actually. I'm self-shipping with Galactonite through the lens of Omega. Divine equals God of Gods. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. Divine's favorite food? What's Divine's favorite food? Does Divine eat? See, whatever I say here, I've got to hold my word to it, and if I ever make a thing for the Divine on the Toy House, I have to make sure I actually say the same thing. I feel like the Divine would give itself a Kabi body, since that's what Finn was turned into. I could see that, but it's hard because when I think of the Divine, I never think of it in a physical way. Like, I genuinely I've never once tried to even imagine a design for it because it's just so beyond that. It's such an omnipotent being that it doesn't need like a single physical form because it is like everywhere. Although I guess a fun fact is that sometimes when I think about the Divine, I know that it is, as I just said, omnipotent. Therefore should be genderless. Part of me does sometimes think that if it was like a gender, it would be a girl, but I don't know. Sometimes I just think maybe it's nothing. Sometimes I think it'd be funny if it was a girl, but then sometimes I'm like, I guess it could just be anything, huh? Could be all of the above. Divine is just not meant to have a body, very true. Or a human one just to mess with him. Now that the Divine would do. The Divine would do that just to mess with Finn. There we go. Are they an alcoholic? They probably smoke. Or none of the above. True. True. All of the above or none of the above. Very true. Maybe divine is just gender fluid, you know? Maybe they just decide what they're gonna be in any, like, given moment, and it just changes whenever they feel like it. You know? They just kind of vibe. What if it is that type of entity? Perhaps it would wish to exist among the mortals it watches. I'm imagining a sitcom where it navigates mortal life while desperately trying not to get found out as a literal god. Do they know? Do they know type meme? They don't know that I'm Divine the God. That would be pretty funny though. But now you've said that, and I'm imagining it as like an anime high school rip roleplay. And now I can't stop laughing. It seems so funny. This is all just a game of Palatra. Oh no. I'm back because I've discovered there's no food in the house. No! This is sad. But yeah, I'm just imagining it like an anime high school roleplay, and it's like Divine walks in. And I'm the transfer student from blah blah blah, and it's like, it's just so stupid. I think the Divine is just kind of the Mewtwo of Kirby. The Mewtwo. Well, no, because it wasn't made by man. Like, it wasn't... If anything, I think Void is the Mewtwo of Kirby. Of KK, I mean, just of KK. Because Void was made by someone, and then, like, questions existence, and, you know, kind of loses control, that kind of stuff. Dun dun dun. Here we go. Oh. Skill issue. There we go. We're nearly done here, chat, with the line art at long last, I think. I think we're nearly done. We're nearly done, right? Is this the last bit? Oh my gosh, it is. This is the last little bit of line art. I just have to, like, put his cape there so you can kind of still see it. Goodness gracious, it's nearly done. The line art, we can finally move on to coloring in. Goku, for the funny of us in chat, who would you say we had followed from the gods of KK if you had to pick out some of us? Wait. So who would you say we had followed? So which god do I think you guys would have believed in if you lived in the KK world? Also, thank you for the hydrate. I'll drink some water. Yeah. Well, Tab follows the Divine, for real. No doubt about it. Blue, you probably followed Primal, not gonna lie. You're probably kind of chilling with that guy. I could see it. You're chilling with that homie. I feel like majority of chat... What gave it away? I feel like... I don't know if majority of chat would follow Silver, because I think that some people can get really conflicted with Yellow. Oh. Who does Yellow follow? I don't know. Let me think. Probably Ramio. I'm gonna say Ramio because... because I associate you with electric type Pokemon, and Ramio's the god of thunder. That's literally my... That's as far as my thought process went. It went thunder, and that was it. Yellow lightning. Which one would I follow? I don't know. It's hard because I don't know if there's any particular element you like, because there's a lot of KK gods that, or deities at least, that are around. No, actually, Asus, you would follow Silver. No, you actually would. No, you are a Silver believer. No, sorry. I could be totally wrong, but I'm just remembering that one time you had me draw the Silver Omega child, and then I realized you do like Silver. So, my opinion, you would follow Silver. I'm very curious on who we all are. I don't know who you would follow, Rainy Man. Oh, that's kind of hard. Is it because of Jotun Land for me? No, it's because of Alolan Raichu. It's because Alolan Raichu is your favorite Pokemon. That's what makes me think of Electric when I think of you. And then, yeah, I don't know if a Rainy, maybe maybe Kano, maybe. And this is really biased because I'm only saying Kano because rain is in your name. And Kano's like the deity of like water and the fish people like Lirim. I don't know how much you like Lirim, Rainy, but if you like Lirim, then yeah, Kano's the deity of them. So that's my opinion. I feel like I would follow either Callistus or one that's connected to the tribe Lirim belongs to. Well then, Aqua, I guess you also follow Kano. I think Callistus is a hard one to follow. I love Lirim! Oh my gosh, Rainy, I guessed it right. Okay, you would follow Kano. What about me? Leaf Girl Valley. Can I just know, like, your favorite KK character? If I just have this knowledge, or just, like, your favorite element? Because one or the other, because then I can use this to deduce. Would the divine ever respond to my prayers just once to humor itself? Probably. Yeah, I think divine kinda, you know, divine kinda fooling. Asbel. That's interesting, because I don't think you would follow Callistus, because I think Callistus is the reason there's so much problem in the Gale tribe. I actually think Callistus is a difficult god to want to follow, because he's kind of ruined things. He's also the one who killed Asbel, so maybe you don't want to follow Callistus. That would be kind of sad. Well, I think that if you like Asbel, there is a chance that you like silly, goofy guys. So if you like silly, goofy guys, I think there's a very good chance you like Waddle Dees. And so if you like Waddle Dees and silly, goofy guys, I'm going to say Seraphina. Who, if you forgot, Seraphina is one of the fire deities. She's a kitsune who is camouflaged as a Waddle Dee. She just is a Waddle Dee, but she's not really, but she's used her kitsune powers to look like Waddle Dee. So I'm gonna say Seraphina for you. I do like the power of darkness, and I do want I do want a god complex from time to time. Yep. Makes sense to me. Okay, cool. I'm booting up a game and thus I cannot hear the crap of what Koku was saying. Oh, rip. What's my KK religion? Bro? Bro. I mean, I don't think it'd be divine. I don't think you care enough to like be following like the almighty, the all like overarching power. But I don't know if you'd be following a lesser power either. You might just be a Waddle Dee following DDD as if he is God. Is that crazy to say? Is that a crazy take? I wonder how morally questionable would Silver let me be. She's done some morally questionable things, although she has regret them, so I do think it depends. Interesting. I mean, that's just a thought. That's just a thought. You might just be very dedicated to DDD. Maybe the grasp of gods is too much. Or who knows, maybe you're one of the ancients who are like trying to bring back Void Termina. Maybe I'd follow gold or silver because the Jijinkas are kind of fine. You know what? If we're considering Jijinkas in this, I feel like we'd get a lot more silver followers. So I feel like suddenly silver is like the god to follow if we include the Jijinkas. Oh, so stupid. Or Serafina. She's also. I also like her Jijinka too. Is it my gift already being a year older? Dang. What job would I have in the KK universe? That's an interesting one. I feel like one of the main jobs is like working for the Star Wars, but that's very intergalactic. They, of course, different places have like smaller jobs, but I feel like you would be what's the job, like kind of like a bounty hunter, you know, like you're kind of on your own. You just take up bounties and you just get rewards. Like I don't think you would work. Maybe you don't work in tandem with the Star Warriors, but maybe they give out bounties and you end up and you collect rewards from the Star Warriors, right? Like you don't really work with them. You're kind of just doing your own thing. Like maybe something like that. This is Silver Jijinka trick isn't gonna work on me. Trust. And why is that? It works on even me, man. It works on even me. So I need a thing of I need a picture of Faustba's eyes. I need Faustba. My key character would probably kidnap Waddledees because of the face that I used to have when I'd seem like a villain, but I'm just so oblivious to how wrong kidnapping Waddledees is. That's amazing. Where's here's Faustba. Okay, yellow. Okay, there we go. Now I just need to do the little speech bubbles. And then we'll just copy and paste this and use it for Arthur. Oh my gosh, right. It is finally time to get some color on this thing. Like, holy moly. I never thought I'd see the day. I absolutely never thought I'd see the day we put color on this drawing. I thought we were stuck in a perpetual cycle. There we go. Oh, my bad. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. Okay. Mookie following Arthur? No way. Yeah, Mookie just works for the Star Warriors. Me being Arrow moment? I mean, yeah, that's fair. I guess that's fair. Yeah, understandable actually. I was drawing meta, and since I had no reference and I haven't drawn Kirby art in so long, I thought his feet were yellow. I only just realized they're purple. Oh no. Yeah, Meta's feet are purple, that is true. Oh wait, where's the one that has both of them in it? This one. Here we go. They're such a funny duo, these two, genuinely. That's his hair. Here's Arthur over here. Well, we've got 15 minutes to see what we can do with this chat, and while we definitely won't finish it, that's fine, because I can, you know, have a break or something and then finish it off later today. Ooh. Here we go. The Jinka Silver is fine and hot, but yeah, I will not portray Lord of Darkness. I'm too much of a Chaos Demon to do that. Understandable. You did amazing for like a 45-minute hour detour. Oh, sorry, yeah, 45-minute to an hour detour. Not wrong. Yeah, I'm happy with this. Yeah, let's do this. Let's get all of his well, actually, I should probably do his flat colors before I start trying to do all of this. Like, do his armor and stuff. I've realized how much of a headache this is gonna be to render. Just because of just Arthur in particular is gonna be such a headache to have to render. Because of all of the chords and everything. Oof. This looks peak already. Yeah, it's coming along good, but I am sorry, chat, that we won't be able to finish the whole thing. We got a little derailed, but it's been really fun still being able to talk and everything. But that's okay, you know. Art takes a long time anyway, so. I'll make sure we get the flat color done so that it can at least start to look like practically something. We took a big detour, yeah. I just realized you see us as text, but we actually get to hear you talk. Yeah. Yeah. So it's funny, like, I feel like I'm always talking to myself. I'm always talking to myself because I'm always reading you guys out. It's quite funny. But sometimes when I talk to you guys, although it does depend, like with my closer friends like Milky or Yellow, because I've talked to them in VC before, when I see them type, I know the inflection and like how they're saying it. Because I've talked to them before, I know how they talk. So I can kind of imagine how they talk saying it. But yeah. We'll see it done on DA. Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be finished on DA. It'll be great. OMG. Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. It's just how I am. I can just kind of imagine it. And Tab as well. I can just kind of imagine it. So what happens? So every time you see me, you just hear bad English? I mean, I guess kind of. I imagine I guess I do kind of imagine the accent. So, well. There we go. It's like, I get this with Todoroki as well. I was saying it last stream, I think. I was saying that, genuinely, when I am making a comic page, I kid you not, and in Galacta is in the comic page, when Galacta is talking or doing anything, I've gotten to the point where I am writing the way he talks, like, with the inflection that Todoroki talks in. Like, I don't understand, like, they've become one, chat. Whenever I do anything for Galacta now, I just imagine it with Todoroki's voice. I could not have anyone else voice Galacta ever. It's so intrinsic in my mind that it is Todoroki. If Todoroki ever quit, like, the dub or anything, the dubs would just be over, because I would never make another one. I would never make another one without him. Okay, now let's try and get some of these lights on him. I just hear like AI transcript voices unless it's you talking, Koku. That's so funny. I always try to imagine what people's voices sound like when reading their messages, and then I hear them in VC and it's completely different. That's kind of fun. I wonder what would happen if we like all joined a call on Discord. Well, as someone who has been in like a 15-person voice call, it's chaotic. It's definitely chaotic. I do that too when I read, dang. I've always been like, unless we'd hang out a lot, you'd never hear my voice. Understandable. Yeah, that's fair. There we go. Blue, green, blue. Okay, I think that's good. And then we want blue. Perfect. I like all where I've put all the different colors. I think that does look good. In Ninjago, Ko's voice actor died and they had to replace him with the voice actor who resulted in him being turned into a ghost. I think if Aeon's VA quit, I don't want to imagine it TV else. No. Todoroki, well, thankfully, Todoroki would never quit. He loves voicing Galacta so much. he loves it, and he's become like genuinely one of my more closer friends, which is funny because it's like he's a voice actor that I hired, but we just become closer friends. It's really funny. Also, Chad, I finally had the nerve to tell Todoroki, I'll be honest, I finally had the nerve to tell Todoroki that I want him to voice act that one comic strip of Aeon talking to the Omega sketch. And I gave him the option of that one or the Kirby and Galacta talking about the cake. And he basically said, well, I'll do either of them, but I either you do the one that's less work for you or you do the one that gets more voice actors in it because I don't want to hog the spotlight. So he's such a good guy. Oh my gosh. And so I was like, okay, I decided to not prioritize myself and did the one that had more voice actors in it because it'd be fun. So I'm excited to get that one scripted. But yeah, after that, at some point, he's probably gonna do the one where Aeon is talking to the Omega roaring though. But we're gonna do the cake one first. Wait, I remember when reading the beginning of AB, I said to myself that it would be funny if Delta 225 voiced Delta, which was a while before the dub started. Yeah, you know what's funny about that? I thought the exact same thing, and that's the only reason I got Delta to voice Delta. His voice, and it's funny because his voice actually ended up working pretty well for Delta, and it's crazy because, like, I was probably gonna make him voice act Delta even if he wasn't gonna be good for it. Just purely for the joke. So we're actually lucky that Delta's voice ended up being really good for Delta. Absolute donut. I forgot how cutely you draw curves. It's been so long since I've been here. Hope you're doing well, Koku. Hi, Mixed Twist. Hello. Oh, hello. Yeah, I just draw some little guys. That's just how it is. I draw some little guys. Which speaking of, I'm kind of sick of them having the little void eyes. Let's make them look cute, shall we? Let's give them their actual eyes. Let's just do that because it doesn't even take long. There we go. Perfect. Now we've got Arthur, and let's do Sura. Sura has yellow eyes, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty certain. Yeah, he's got yellow eyes. Oh. There we go. Redeemed a KK lore rant. Oh my gosh, because I haven't done enough of those today. Oh gosh. I forget how the KK lore rants work. Do I just like pick something to talk about? What am I gonna pick to talk about? Or how about you just pick something for me to talk about, Robo? You pick a character. You pick a character, I'm gonna give their whole backstory. I'm gonna give their whole backstory. All of their character traits, it's gonna be crazy. I hate common codes because I feel like a god who has been demoted to a mortal and doesn't know why they feel so rough. Yeah, common codes are rough. It's like, dude, I'm better than this. Why am I getting so taken out by this, like, level 1 disease? That one fairy from Kirby 64 Ribbon. Oh, you want Ribbon lore? Oh, that's exciting. Oh, I love giving lore to characters who are like within the Kirby series rather than like KK characters, because we know all the lore to the KK characters. Okay, well here's some interesting one for Ribbon. I've joined in the past, so initially in 64, I'm pretty sure Ribbon has a thing for Kirby, as we know. In the games, she likely did as well. But you know. But Kirby at the time is like super not interested in relationships. It's just like the last thing on his mind. He like doesn't like Choo Choo and KK, and he doesn't like Ribbon and KK very much. They become like on decent terms, but at the time he's not a big fan of them. Just because it's because Kirby doesn't like being viewed as a hero. He like has that whole rant to Meta in the first comic that he doesn't like having the pressures of being a hero. He doesn't like that people either see him as a hero or like a pathetic just like piece of gum, you know, like he doesn't like the duality of how he's viewed. And so the reason he doesn't like Ribbon or Choo Choo, or the reason he doesn't like they don't like pursue a relationship, is because they both view him as like this very powerful hero who saved them, and like it's like nothing more than that. How did he react when Ribbon kissed him? I've actually sketched that before, and he seems very like off-put by it. Like he's not blushing, he's just got like wide eyes and like sweat drops. He's like, what? Like it's like a really different reaction. Although referring to like Ribbon, I actually find it really funny because I find that the fairy species, like the fairy characters, like Ribbon, whatever the heck the chick's name is, who like runs the name of the, I don't know the name of the freaking Heart Planet, I don't know. What is it? I don't know. I find that their existences in KK is actually really interesting because, I mean, they're not human. They don't look like the type of human that like Finn was, but they are very human adjacent, you know? Like they are very similar. It's kind of like how the you know, like the three mages are also very like human adjacent, kind of, in a way, but they're not. And Ripple Star, that's it. Okay, cool, thank you. Queen Repel? Okay, cool. Well then, thank you for clarifying that. I just find it interesting that they're very human adjacent, and it makes me wonder, the type of like basically I just wonder how Finn would react to them, like to seeing them, because they're so human adjacent, and I feel like it would be such a shock for him. He'd be very curious about where they came from, and normally the answer, like, to the fairy race, or just any races in general, normally the answer, a lot of the races that are derived in, like, the KK universe, they all kind of came from Finn's universe one way or another. And normally this happened because of the stars. Because, if you don't know, the stars are, a part of KK. They're a part of the KK universe. They were also a part of Finn's universe. It's the same stars. They transferred over. And so, what often happens is when a star, you know, brings new life into the world, we've got examples like Aeon, Gold is from a specific star, Morpho is from a specific star. I like Morpho's example in particular. Because say Morpho was owned by like a particular god in Finn's universe. And because of that, Morpho has the power that he has. The reason he's immortal is because he was Baldur's, but I think it's just Baldur, I think that's how you say it. He was his star, and Baldur in particular had like this big connection with rebirth and like not permanently dying. And so Morpho has like an effect of being from that god in Finn's universe and has part of that power, right? Also, good night, Milky. As a result, I think it's very likely that there is a god who is likely adjacent to fairy-esque things from Finn's world, because Finn's world is just very fantastical. There are lots of dragons, demons, angels, fairies. Like, these are very normal species that would be in the world. I think it's very likely that the fairy race started in the KK universe because of a star that was likely owned by maybe some sort of goddess from Finn's world. I think that's interesting. Also, Adeline, yes. It's actually interesting. I don't consider Adeline to be like a quote-unquote human in KK. I've been curious to like delve into her story a bit more, but I think she's something different that isn't like necessarily human. I mean, she's got to be, right, that her drawings come to life. Are we being so for real? She's just a human. Maybe just the paintbrush is magical. Regardless, I like to think that she's a little bit more than just a human. Maybe she could potentially be part human, but humans just don't exist they don't exist in the KK universe, so it doesn't really make sense for her to be one. So I'd love to explore that a little more in the future if I ever look at Adeline. Because I don't think she's full human in KK at least, but I think it is very interesting regardless. Yeah, it done be 12, Milky. Get some good rest, mate. I'm a dip now. See yous later. Bye, Amatune. To be honest, chat, we're actually about to be ending. I just realized it is 12 o'clock. It is 12 o'clock, chat. We are supposed to be ending stream. Oh my goodness gracious. It is about that time, huh? Good cafe vibes though. Koku, do you sketch really short comic commissions? Yes. It depends, yeah, it definitely depends on how long it is, but I don't mind doing comic page commissions. You just, basically, if I do a comic page commission, it could even be a long one, because you gotta realize, the way I do commissions is, it's like a per hour type thing. So basically, if you just know that, oh, she's gonna make a comic page, it's probably gonna take a good couple hours to make, as long as you're aware that it'll probably be more expensive than like a standard drawing, then yeah, I mean, I can totally make that. Just be aware that that's like a more higher priced thing compared to like my normal commissions, just because of the time it takes. Like, for example, if you wanted like a comic page kind of with, I'm gonna say 9 to 12 panels, because that's how long a normal like KK comic page, just how many panels a normal KK comic page will have. Those can take me, ooh, even if I'm trying to lock in, I feel like I can spend 3 to 4 hours making a comic page. So you just gotta realize it'll be like $40, $50, something like that. But yeah, that's basically it. But however, I know we're gonna end chat, but I am gonna finish the flat color. I am gonna finish the flat color and then we can end. Because it would be wrong of me to not finish it. Oh. There we go. Okay, cool. Here we go. No, I don't want stream to end. I'm sorry, it's gotta end soon. What if someone hit the end of stream in stream redeem? Then I would end it right now. I would, but why would you do that when I'm gonna end it in like 10 minutes probably? Like, I'm gonna end it soon. I'm just doing, you know, some of their thingy things. Give Arthur just a little bit of color, not too much. Not too much. We can't make it too obvious. Very light. Okay, cool. I like that. Okay, do the mouth. And what color are your gloves? They're like more, they're a little more gray. Blue. Nods right his blue feet. Very good. And then I'm imagining he probably has golden shoes. I mean, that just probably makes sense with what his armor is looking like right now. And then the red cape. Okay, because it's funny, even though I spent 69k for a certain plush, that was fun. That was worth it, though. Koku, why is the in-stream reward even there? Why does it exist? I don't, I'll be honest, the only reason it exists is because I've seen it on other streams. I like to use Twitch, and I've been in other stream chats before, and I have seen it there. Although, albeit, it's normally a lot more expensive. Like, 100k is kind of doable for my streams, but because I do not stream very often, like, we're lucky that we're getting a lot of streams right now. Because I'm normally at university, I feel like it's a alright amount. And we've had it used twice, to be fair. We've had 2 separate times where we have, had that redeemed, and both times have been when we played Stardew Valley, I'm pretty certain. I'm pretty certain both times it happened, we were playing Stardew Valley. Because it's very funny, yeah. It's really great when they just cut off my stream and then they stop me from getting money. It's really awesome. It's an epic troll, really. Okay, now we'll just put on Kirby's colors. I just realized I never drew that one line that I need on Kirby's shoulder pad. Just the single line. Right there. There we go. Wow, it's taken me a lot of tries just to draw that one line. Okay, we're good. And the price doubles every time it's used. Oh yeah, did it used to be 50? I forget. No, it used to be 50k and then I doubled it, I think. In-stream option seems really mean to me though. It is, but that's the point. That's literally the point. It's to make me suffer. Dun, dun, dun. And now we'll also do, let's just finish off Valspar. Just some red. Some gold. Gold. Oh, he's got a different kind of shoulder pad. Oh man, I forgot. I forgot that he's got like a different looking one. He's got like this and then this. There we go. My bad, chat. I forgot, chat. And then he's got this and this. Okay, cool. And we'll add the gray here and just the darker color. And I think that's all our flat color done, and we can just in-stream now. Cause you know, it's a start. It's a start, and I mean, it's not done yet, but at least it's a start. It's haha funny ruin fun button, but that's how it's funny. It's like Doug existing. It's made to be punishing, yeah. Don't in stream? I'm sorry, but I got to. I'm hungry. Before end Omega Pat? I can pat Omega, but I don't know if the camera's gonna work. I can try plugging the camera again if you'd like. Oh! It fell. I just tugged on the cord and then it fell. I really want to push Arthur's back, you know? I gotta have like the secret version where it's him pushed and they're kissing. Maybe I'll make that for the Patreon. Because that's the benefit of the Patreon is, you know, if there's any random content I want to make, I can just be like, oh, I can just give it to them. Oh! Chat, I think it might be working. Oh! Well, now it works! This freaking camera, I tell you what. It only works when it's like convenient for the camera. Hold on. It genuinely only works when it's convenient to the camera. I don't know what to say. It only works for the last 10 minutes of stream. Yeah. Oh no. Something fell there. Koku hydrate? Yes, I got it. Let me hydrate and then I'll give him a pat. You have like a he's looking up at you type angle. Hold on, I think I can make this angle like even better. Ugh. I need him to be like, oh, I just grabbed this tissue box. Ugh. Oh, he's disrupting everything. There we go! Wow, to think now he's working for stream, huh? Why was Omega on a plate? No, it's not a plate. This is a cake spinner. This is because we have the redeem that's called Spin Omega, so you can, if I put him on the cake spinner, I can spin him around. That's basically what that's for. Anyways, I can give him pets! Pets for the boy! Give him mini pets, wow, wow. Mini pets and scratches, wow, wow, wow. And some did redeem Spin Omega. Oh, well, I can do that. I can do that, chat. You just gotta give me a second. You've gotta let me kinda clear some space for him on the table. Just clear literally everything off of this. Okay. He should spin? He might bump into the tree a little bit. There we go. He needs to be a little more this way. Okay, there we go. Wow! He's spinning, chat. That's awesome. Wow, we actually did get our Omega content at the end of stream. Lucky us, huh? Would you get that plush? He was a custom-made plush from a website called, Budsies? Budsies. I got him off of Budsies. He was a specialty commission plush. He was $300. That's New Zealand dollars though, so I think he's only 200 USD dollars, but he was very expensive. He was basically very expensive, and I one day want to get another one. I just don't know what character I want to get. 500 Aeon plush when I have the money to do that. When I have the money to get Aeon, or I kind of want Delta, to be honest. I really want Delta. Get Aeon. I know I should get Aeon first. I do also want Delta though. I want all the heroes mostly. Get Aeon or Silver. Not wrong. I mostly just want the heroes. But I'm scared to get another one basically because I want to send them a picture of this guy and I want to be like, I want one that looks as closely to him as possible. Like, I want it to look derpy and have the eyes apart at the same level. I want it to be really derpy, like Omega Plush. So I kind of have to figure out a way for that to happen. Get Delta just to spite Wayne. that's crazy. Spend $300 on a bit so then you can spite this one person in the Discord server. That's crazy. Oh gosh. Alright, well. Anyways, chat. Anyways, we've done about as much as we can for now. So I'm gonna end stream now. We're 12:15. We're 3 hours and a bit in. It's been a really good stream, chat. I've got Christmas coming up. I've got Christmas. Punt Delta plush will be a redeem. Punt Delta plush. No, I'm sorry. We gotta end. Christmas this week. I'm excited. Next stream, we will actually finally be able to have a Friday stream this stream. We will have a Friday stream. I will make sure it happens. Friday stream will happen. Wait, what is Friday though? Oh wait, Friday is Boxing Day? Okay, well. Chat, we're gonna see how it goes actually, because, oh wait, no. It's your Friday, so it's my 27th. Okay, no, it'll be fine actually. We're good. We'll be fine. I can finally see anything for Legends ZA after Christmas. That's exciting. For the first time, a little bit anxious about Christmas. Oh, it'll be alright. Well, I am... Good night, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Yes, we are gonna go. Let me... yeah, I'll just end it here, actually. I wish all of you guys a best rest of your day. Thank you all for coming, and I will save that file right now. Thank you all for coming and hanging out for stream. It's been really fun. We had a lot of fun conversations. I'll be sure to edit that part to put a little video up, edited video up of me talking about all the characters' drama. And then, I'll finish this, make a Dawn of an Era page, and it'll be great. So... until next time, guys, let me put on, just before we go, let me put on, like, our end of stream song. You know, we'll put on Starlight's theme. We'll put on Starlight's theme to end on. Alright, chat. We're gonna go. I hope you all have a good rest of your day. I'm repeating myself. I'm gonna go eat some food. It's gonna be great, and thank you all for stopping by. So bye, chat. I shall see you all. Bye, chat. Bye. I'll leave stream going like a little bit. I'll leave stream going a little bit. Starlight, star bright. I go at midnight. Alrighty. Bye, everyone. Bye.